election week filled with purpose and everything that we love. And this morning we're going to have a lot more emotion and love because we know how powerful this little magical family is, okay? And I mean literally magical. We're going to delve into a little nostalgia as well. And of course there has to be flavor for a Friday,
yes,
right?
Please.
Come on.
Temba Bawuti is joining us to chat about all things College of Magic because there's a Magic Spectacular new artscape production, Making Magic. So, of course, it's not just your feel-good breakfast show, but we've got guests coming through with their energy too.
Oh, man, and these guys are amazing. A little bit humbling when you see young'uns kind of doing the magic that you've dreamt about for your whole life. But they are amazing. And when we talk about family-friendly fun, this isn't just great for the adults and the kids, it's inspiring for your kids. So we can't wait for that. Then, of course, we're back in the kitchen. Tasneen Domingo is, and Deirdre Park from Hog House Bakery and Cafe. Whip up a look at that.
Look at that, gee.
Delicious grapefruit and salted sesame pastiche de nata. I probably said it.
Pastiche de nata.
Pastiche de nata.
Yeah, we're going international, baby.
Say it with a little bit of
one thing that's really getting me excited this
good.
morning is, I don't know if you're a fan, but if you are, you're going to go wild. Zoe Human is going to review the Masters of the Universe as the iconic 80s franchise returns to the big screen. It's all happening right here on Expresso. Man, can you believe it?
So he's going to go off and do that, I have the power. Because he does. He's going to be taking us through the news, and I'll dip into the sporting lane as well. Were there more shock exits from Roland Garros yesterday? We will find out in just a moment, but let's get into those news headlines first.
Yeah, thank you so much, G-Man. And of course, let's kick off official duties. We're going to start off with national headlines. Now, schools in Eden and the Central Karoo reopened today after a 2-day closure following heavy rain. Now, some schools remain closed due to flooding or impassable roads and will notify parents with catch-up plans for schoolwork in place. Now, emergency services in the Garden Route and Klein Karoo remain on alert as humanitarian groups assist affected communities. Meanwhile, in the Eastern Cape, the Kouga municipality has urged Kromrivier residents to move to a higher ground due to rising water from the Impofu Dam, with shelter provided at the St. Francis Bay Community Hall. Well, next up, South Africa and Kenya have rejected the notion that Africa is merely a spectator in a rapidly changing global order. Now, with President Cyril Ramaphosa and William Ruto saying the continent is increasingly shaping global debate on governance, finance, development and peace. And speaking at a media briefing after bilateral talks at the Union buildings, the leaders outlined cooperation to advance African interests amid shifting geopolitics. Now, 6 new MOUs were signed, strengthening cooperation in trade, maritime transport, skills development, gender equality, arts and culture, and of course, sport. Well, with that promising note, we move to international headlines next, and residents in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo's South Kivu province have attacked an Ebola burial team, forcing responders to abandon a coffin and raising fears of further infection. Now, the incident targeted specialists trained to handle highly infectious bodies under strict safety protocols. Now, health officials say the body was later handled by community members, a high-risk practice that could fuel new transmission chains. Now, the attack highlights growing mistrust that continues to hinder containment efforts against the Bundibugyo strain of Ebola in the region. Well, next up, we move to North Korea, who has unveiled a new facility to produce nuclear bomb fuel. Now, with leader Kim Jong-un placing to expand the country's nuclear forces at an exponential rate. Now, state media says the site uses advanced technology, while analysts believe it is a uranium-enriched plant likely linked to the Yongbyon complex. Now, South Korea and the United States are closely monitoring developments amid concerns over growing capabilities. Now, the disclosure marks the 3rd known enrichment site and signals continued expansion of Pyongyang's nuclear program. Well, lastly, in this dose of headlines, football's greatest modern rivalry is set for one final glorious chapter as Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo prepare to make history at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, running from the 11th of June to the 19th of July across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Now, the iconic duo will become the first players to appear at 6 different World Cups. That's more than 20 years after their teenage debuts on football's biggest stage. Now, Messi heads to North America as the reigning world champion after leading Argentina to glory in Qatar in 2022. All while Ronaldo continues chasing the one major prize missing from his glittering career. And now in the twilight of extraordinary journeys, both remain driven by passion, pride, and one last unforgettable dance on football's grandest stage. Oh, we talk about a grand stage, and we might have one right now because G-Man has the latest in all things sport. So let's roll it on.
All right, so I think it's fully sunk in. Yes, we've got a FIFA World Cup to sink our teeth into. Just football games all day, every day for months. No, we love it, and we love the African connection, and we love what we are seeing in the build-up. So let's start with our friendlies from yesterday. Cote d'Ivoire, they received a major confidence boost ahead of their FIFA campaign, defeating France 2-1 in their international friendly last night. Bearing in mind, France have been touted as one of the tournament favourites. And it was Man United winger Amad Diallo scoring that decisive goal in the 84th minute. Yes, Red Devils, you can claim the victory if you want. But that as the Elephants secured a statement victory themselves over the former world champions. And of course, Bafana will be in World Cup warm-up action tomorrow. That's when they face Jamaica, but sadly in a closed-door friendly. Got to keep our cards close to our chest. Well, their cards are open for the world to see. Let's delve into another footballing journey for Liverpool and their manager. They have announced Andoni Iraola as their new head coach, replacing Arne Slot. So Iraola arrives from Bournemouth after a very impressive 3-year spell at the club, culminating in the Cherries, finishing 6th in the Premier League, massive achievement, and qualifying for European football for the first time in the club's history, obviously accessing the massive financial footprint that brings as well. Now, I mentioned lots of shock exits out of Roland Garros this year. It's been one for the history books. So let's start in the women's lane. Mira Andreeva and Maya Kwaranska, and bearing in mind she was a qualifier, will face off in the women's Roland Garros final. Both players will be competing in their first ever Grand Slam final. That was after recording straight-set semi-final victories over Marta Koscheck and Diana Schneider, respectively. Well done, ladies. What an incredible tournament so far. Then in the men's semi-final action, Alexander Zverev could have his moment. He faces Jakub Mensik, who's been a giant slayer of note. And then Matteo Arnaldi takes on Flavio Cobolli in an all-Italian showdown. Love to know what's in the water in Italy at the moment. But a great French Open final round headed our way. And a second final round in the rugby. Let's focus on the URC as the Bulls and the Stormers will be hoping to, of course, secure an all-South African United Rugby Championship final. It's quite a mouthful to say, and it's going to be an even tougher prospect for them as they take the field for their semi-finals tomorrow. You might see us in the crowd somewhere there, but we've got some tough assignments. The Stormers travelling to Dublin to face Leinster, while the Bulls take on the Glasgow Warriors in Edinburgh in Scotland. We're going to have to earn these finals, but let's hope it is going to be an all-South African affair. And that's where we leave our sport for now, but we'll be dipping in and out of that pool a lot this morning. Lots to get excited about. Hopefully the weather will give us a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, let's say, ahead of the weekend. But let's get the latest.
Thank you so much, G-Man. And yes, of course, we are praying for some good weather out in the garden route right now. So let's dive into all things weather and see what we're going to be wearing for the day. Now, we're going to be starting off in Polokwane. Of course, your Friday kicks off under mostly sunny skies. Now, your temperatures are rising from a low of 6 degrees to a high of 22. Warm, sunny conditions are expected in the coming days. And we're looking at temperatures with highs in the early 20s. It looks like it's like that all throughout the week. So enjoy the sunshine out in Polokwane. Next up, we move to Klerksdorp. Today brings you cloudy skies. There are a little bit of scattered showers, and temperatures are going to be beginning at a very low 1 degree and then reaching only a high of 13 for the day. Now, your weekend brings you mixed conditions with temperatures ranging between a freezing 0 and 19 degrees. It's definitely chilly out in Klerksdorp. Moving to Pretoria next, and you'll look up to partly cloudy skies today. Temperatures ranging between a low of 4 and a high of 17 degrees. Again, very chilly on your side of town. The weekend bringing you sunny skies with daytime highs moving between 4 degrees and 21 degrees. So definitely starting off chilly, bring the jackets out, but the sun definitely comes out to play. From Pretoria, we move to Johannesburg next. Partly cloudy conditions are expected throughout the day in Jersey. Temperatures are going to be starting off once again, freezing 1 degrees to start and then only rising to a max of 12 degrees. Now, as chilly as it is, tomorrow brings you sunny skies with temperatures rising from a cold 2 degrees and set to only 14 for your maximum. Moving to Mbombela, let's see if the chill continues. Skies will remain partly cloudy for most of the day. Temperatures moving from a chilly 7 degrees to a warming 22. Now, the remaining days, they seem to be bringing some bright skies. And tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 7 and 21 degrees. You definitely can get out there as the temperatures rise and bring on the sunshine. Bloemfontein starts the day with a few morning showers, however. Temperatures will be rising from -1 degrees today and moving only to a high of 11 degrees. Now, mainly cloudy conditions will dominate the coming days, with morning lows dropping to around -1 degrees. Whew, chilly stuff. Let's see what the coast has to offer in Richards Bay. We'll start off here. Now, the afternoon brings a chance of showers. Temperatures ranging between a cool 12 degrees and a warm 22. And looking ahead, tomorrow brings you partly sunny skies. You've got temperatures moving between a low of 12 and a high of 2 degrees. Looks like a little bit of cloud coming through next week, but again, sunshine is awaiting. Carrying on the coast in Durban, a few showers are expected in the afternoon. Temperatures ranging from a low of 12 to a high of 22 degrees. Looks pretty warm out there apart from the wet conditions. But going into the weekend, you can expect sun-filled skies with lingering clouds while temperatures, highs and lows remain the same. Moving to Mthatha next, and it looks like thunderstorms will develop throughout, with rain forecast at 50%, temperatures climbing from a cold 3 degrees and set to only climb to 16 for your maximum. And as we look ahead, your weekend brings some sunny skies, and tomorrow's temps sitting between a low of 4 and a high of 19 degrees. Mquba is next, formerly known as Craddock, and it looks like showers are likely happening throughout your day at 25%. Now, temperatures move between a freezing 0 degrees and a high of only 13. Ahead, cloudy and humid conditions are expected going into next week, while tomorrow's temperatures are moving between 2 and 16 degrees. Next up, we move to Gompo City, formerly known as East London, and your day brings some more chances of showers at 60% with noticeable westerly winds and temperatures sitting between 10 and 18 degrees. Now, the weekend brings you cloudy and sunny conditions with okay temperatures. Moving over to GQ Mbeya next, and it looks like a wet day is on the cards today, and it's chanced at 55%. Now, temperatures move between a low of 8 and a high of 16 degrees, and a low of 8 and a high of 19 degrees is what you can expect for tomorrow, with the skies remaining mainly cloudy. Now, all the way from Mbeya, we move to Georgia next, and it was definitely wet and windy. Now, the day brings a slight chance of rain at 25%. Temperatures will drift from a chilly 7 degrees to a high of only 15 degrees. Sunny skies are expected tomorrow, and I know they're going to definitely celebrate that, but it's followed by an increase in cloud cover for Sunday. At least the weekend, though, brings some solace from what we've been going through. Out in Cape TZ, expect mostly sunny skies accompanied by, oh yes, of course, gusty winds. Temperatures ranging between 9 and 18 degrees going into the weekend. And tomorrow brings sunny skies with clouds gradually moving in, leading to overcast conditions by Sunday and potentially some surf and musees this weekend if you bring the longboard out. But let's move back to the coast in Sutherland. The day starting cloudy before clearing into sunshine later. Temperatures ranging between a freezing -1 actually, and 10 degrees to be your maximum. Now, heading into the weekend, expect temperature highs below 16 degrees, while conditions remain a mix of sunny and cloudy. Kimberley's up next, and what you can expect are partly cloudy skies. Temperatures are going to be rising from a cold 1 degree to a set high of only 13 degrees. It's icy out there. Bright sunny skies will dominate the next 2 days with temperature highs in the upper teens. Well, from Kimberley, let's move to Uppies next. And Uppington, it looks like the grey skies continue and they are setting the scene for the day. Temperatures starting at a low of 2, rising to a high of 17 degrees. And in the days ahead, expect mainly bright and sunny skies. We've got lingering clouds, as you can see, while temperatures peak in the mid-20s. And I think it's definitely something they'll be celebrating. The rest of the weather patterns for the country you can see right now in front of you. But of course, we anticipate something to warm us up this morning. With all the chill that we've been speaking about, let's dive into what Fezile Nqobu has sent through from Hyberden in South Coast KZN. Yes, yes, yes. We need this. With all the chill going around in SA, this is a beautiful sight. It looks like spring, to be honest. It's warm, it's inviting. I just want to roll around in those hills and bask in the ambience of the sunshine. Fezile, thank you for warming us up with this one. This is absolutely how we start our day. Let's see if we can keep that sunshine going throughout and keep us nice and warm. And if you think you can do better, well, come through. Use the number 063-036-9649. Send your sunrise view to us. We'll share it with the rest of the world in the next hour, and hopefully we'll be celebrating some warmth to come. For now, though, let's see what the G-Man has to offer in terms of what we got to look forward to, but let's get it rolling.
3 pains, 1 hero, Tri-Park, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
Now, I'm speaking as much to us as I am to you. Some mornings start very smoothly, others not so much. You wake up with a headache and the day still needs your attention. From the morning rush to a full workday, life keeps moving, and that's why Gogo keeps Tri-Park close. For headaches, for toothache, those colds and flu aches and pains, Tri-Park is the trusted triple relief pain powder that's ready to work in just 8 seconds, helping you stay on track with your day. Tri-Park, the name that Gogo knows and trusts.
3 pains, 1 hero, Tri-Park, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
All right, Mzansi, so we've got some official duties on the road, but I want to officially say to you, brace yourself, because magic is on the way. We are literally going to be making magic this morning. We've got a show to discuss, and we've got the magic family coming through to give us all the inspiration, all the spooky, the mysterious, and the wow. And on top of this, the wow is going to continue in the kitchen because, of course, Bake That Dang is here. It's Friday, and we've got some artisanal Hog House bakery goods, and, of course, it's their cafe that's coming through with all the inspiration. So Friday could not have started better right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll see you after this. Yum! Hey, you beautiful people, welcome to Friday right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Opening up to all the good things this morning and especially conversations with you. And I think that's where we're going to start, especially when we take into account what we've been going through over the last few weeks. Hey, let's be honest, every week comes with highs and lows. So we want to know the following, right? What made you smile this weekend? What challenged you the most? For myself, I'm going to start with the challenges first because I was in the garden route and I know so many are going through the most with the inclement weather that's happening right now, and it's cold, it's windy, and it's wet. And I really struggled. We had long shooting days to bring you some great stories, and that was pretty much the challenge for me. But what I look forward to is the fact that I get to spend my Friday with you. I come back to Cape Teasy. I got G-Man here with me. I got the rest of the crew, and I can't be more grateful to be a part of this energy right now. So definitely loving what I'm blessed with. But I want to know what your answers are, Mzansi. Come through with that number, 063-036-9649. Use that hashtag Expresso Show, and let's inspire through the challenges that we've taken this week. And speaking of inspiration, G-Man is sitting with exactly that.
By that he means he's just happy to see me, man. We have missed each other. It's been a long week, man. Well, I am smiling from ear to ear and a little bit tearful because Temba is here, one of my favorite human beings on the planet. If you're looking for a little wonder, some excitement, actual magic and family fun, unlike any other this weekend, then we have got just what you need. The College of Magic is bringing its spectacular new production, Making Magic, to the artscape. Very fitting place. A show packed with mind-blowing illusions, unforgettable moments, plenty of audience amazement, and it's all coming from young South Africans. And joining us on the couch, the man behind the magic, and certainly the one who sees the potential, Temba Bawuti from the College of Magic. Can we give him a round of applause? I know we don't have a live studio audience, but that was on your little Tech Rider thing, live studio audience. I'm sorry that we couldn't get you a full audience, but wherever you go, the audiences come because they know what you guys do. First of all, how are you, my brother?
No, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. And how are you?
All the better. When I saw your face when I walked through the doors this morning, I just know, because it's a humbling experience.
That's true, man.
Seeing just how amazing these young performers are, and with all due respect.
Yes, man.
I know they are magicians, and they're almost professional magicians.
Yeah.
But they are so young.
Yes.
So that being said, every time you guys do a show, it's different, it's new, it's amazing. What can we expect from Making Magic?
Yo, Making Magic, is one of the biggest shows.
Really?
And Making Magic, like, really, we wanted to inspire young people out there that they can use anything to make magic. They don't need to buy expensive magic prop. They can use recycling stuff like cardboards, plastics, just to, cool drink cans to make the magic, And this time around, like no object, like everyday object will be floating, disappearing.
No.
So there's a lot happening on Making Magic, man.
I should have asked this first. Are you going to chop any of us in two today, please?
No.
None of us. Okay, thank you.
We're not chopping anyone today.
Okay, so that being said, I like the fact that you guys do a beautiful mix of, or someone's getting chopped up there. Oh my word. Oh my word. Now I am getting a little bit nervous because I've seen a similar contraption coming to our studio now. So what sort of acts then are going to feature? What are we going to see through the mix?
Yo, there's a lot, man. Let's talk about, we have comedy in the show.
Always.
And of course, like, we have dance as well. And we have the puppet in the show as well. Because remember, the show, it's a family show. So we wanted to make sure that we include everyone so that everyone can enjoy the show, because we have different people as well, like puppeteer, like Ruby Parker, Matthew Baldwin, the actors. So we have a lot in the show.
Every box. And I found that when we actually had a private party experience with you guys for my son's birthday, which he still talks about now. But what I loved about that, it was more difficult getting the parents out than it was getting the kids out. And this was touted as a party for 5-year-olds. Get out. I'm sorry. You guys are able to literally speak to every family member, but most importantly, provide a platform for any child.
Yes.
All are welcome in the College of Magic.
That's
so
true.
You've got this wonderful opportunity to learn in real time, make mistakes in real time.
That's true.
Since the first time we've met, and I don't know if it's rude for me to ask this or if you're revealing the inside
No.
tricks, but
go for it, man.
do the performers go on with a backup plan? How do you guys deal with curveballs? This is live in front of hundreds of people.
Yeah, even though magic is a universal language, but it's different from music, right? So what happens, like, when people are watching magic, they don't know what's going to happen. So if anything goes wrong, you're a boss, you can change it. You can change the effect that you're going to do and do the next one. So, because remember, the audience, they don't know what to expect, what was going to happen. So you're the only person that knows what is going to happen. So if something goes wrong, you do something else instead of doing what you're going to do.
You've just explained TV. You have literally just explained our job 100%. I love you, man, so much. This being said, what's next for these performers? Because you're building life skills here, apart from anything else, but there is an opportunity for them to start bona fide careers as magicians. They are that good. How many go on to have a fully fledged career as a magician and put back into the industry?
Yo, if I can tell you, many of my friends, like, they don't do any other job. Like, they just do magic full time and they're doing well in life. They're traveling every day. They're not here every weekend. They're out they're always out going to other provinces, doing shows. We're talking about guys like Mawonga, Olwe, Tu, Janchi, and we talk about there's so many, like Riyad Musa, Stuart Taylor, Stuart Lightbody, Larry Sofat.
They are connected. This is a massive family, and I'm beginning to understand why these kids are so successful in all areas of life when they plug into what you do, the magic of what you do.
That's
we love you. We love the fact that, yes, we can all plug into this magic. Webtickets.co.za is where we can find tickets, but you don't have to wait too long. Making Magic is going to be hitting our little space now. So if you can get prepared, get your mindset into what you can expect for the weekend, in just a moment, you're going to experience firsthand, live on TV, what the College of Magic is all about.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, as promised, you are plugged in to all the good stuff. Magic awaits you and is about to be served. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And of course, it wouldn't be much of a magic show if our guests left without blowing our minds at least once. So we're going to do exactly that. We've handed over the stage to Tina and Hlumisa, who are going to be doing something absolutely special. It's a sneak peek of the wonder, the mystery and illusion. And audiences can expect all of this at the Making Magic show. And that's at the Artscape this weekend. And I want you to definitely keep your eyes peeled. You got to get your tickets, and I think this is a reason to do it because things are about to get magical. You guys ready for this one?
Yes.
All right, the stage is yours. Take it away, guys. Mzansi, enjoy. Are you okay? Tina, are you okay? Lisa, is she fine, eh?
She is fine.
My word, that was absolutely incredible. Every reason to get your tickets 6th to the 7th of June. Get it at webtickets.co.za right now. And you ladies can absolutely, definitely take a bow. Magic has been served. Zanzi, let's keep it going. That was amazing. Oh, you guys are awesome. Well done. Good morning, South Africa. My name's Clem Pedro. Welcome to the kitchen. It's Friday. The oven's on. And things are smelling delicious. That must mean it's Bake That Thing! Now, hold your applause because you're going to be needing it in a couple of seconds. There is nothing quite like the aroma of fresh baking. And today we're elevating classic pastries to a spectacular new height. To bring us the artisanal magic into this kitchen, I'm joined by head chef Tasneem Domingo and back-of-house manager Deirdre Park from Hog House Bakery and Cafe. The #1 reason why I will never be skinny. South Africa, you are in for an absolute treat this morning. Tasneem, Dee, welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you so much.
You said you're going to be bringing some of your pastries from Hog House.
Just a few. Just
Well,
do you think this is enough? I don't
My
know.
goodness. This is sensational. Before I just start eating, let's actually talk about what we're going to be doing today.
okay. So we're going to start off with our traditional pastéis. Something that we have become known for, you know. So, and then we do two seasonal flavors of the month. Okay.
I was going to say, I know. So the 2 seasonal flavors of the month
Yes.
is something I really look forward to. And it also gives you the chance to kind of like be creative with something that's so traditional.
Correct.
This month, what are your flavors
Okay,
at
so
Hog
this
House?
month, being winter, heading into winter, we are doing citrus grapefruit, which is delicious. And then to warm things up, it's a little bit of salted sesame PDN.
Okay.
And PDN,
PDN.
that's what we call our pastéis de nata.
Okay, so that's code. I
Yes,
love
that's
that.
code. It's our little code.
So when I walk into Hog House, they'd be like, can I get 12 PDMs?
Yeah.
You know, okay.
Yeah,
got it,
exactly,
got it.
exactly.
Now you're in the lingo, you're with our crew.
There we go. So
Could you just grab the grapefruit jar in
Oh,
the
perfect.
fridge?
is that
Thank you.
so? I love Hog House, the fact that everything's open, right? So you can't ever
You
like
can't hide.
You can't be crazy. You can't be wild, and it's a team effort, and it
It
comes
really
together
is.
beautifully, and I love that. I see the dynamic.
Always a team effort. So, starting off with our traditional pastéis de nata, we finish it off with a grated cinnamon stick.
Yeah.
So, and this one is soaked in a vanilla syrup so that it's easier to grate.
While you're
So-
busy with that, can you talk to me, Dee? To you, what makes the perfect pastéis? PDM. Sorry.
PDN.
Yeah.
PDN.
The perfect pastéis. Ooh, okay. So one of the most important things, and if it's okay if I grab one of these guys, just look at you.
Yeah.
Is something so important is if you can see the little laminations.
The crust.
The little crust.
The pastry,
The
sorry,
pastry.
yes.
So our pastry around it is beautifully laminated, so many layers, because that, you know how much butter has gone into this glorious
Correct.
deliciousness and this little bundle. And the custard, you don't want, it's not going to be too set and it's not runny at all. Look, it's this beautiful little like squidginess. So if you want to grab one of those guys there.
Because I actually feel like your pastéis is just, it ticks all the boxes of ASMR. So
Oh,
you
yes,
can,
100%. Yes,
Okay.
you're going
hear
to
it.
do
Yes.
it. You're going to do it.
So we got to do it. So it's that beautiful lamination, which is the folding of the pastry with the butter.
Correct.
Oh, wait, where's
Oh.
my... Did you hear that? Oh,
that-
okay. And here's the next part. The custard.
That's silky.
Guys, I'm
smooth custard.
Go for it,
pretending
just
I
do
did
it.
this for TV. I did this so I can eat. Okay. And that's the thing about the custard that a lot of people get wrong. I mean, the thing about a pastéis, even a bad one is good.
Yes.
You just happen to make the most amazing one.
Correct.
The custard.
That's
That's some skill
the
because
trick.
you're not cooking it. I mean, you don't want to do it to sit.
No, we're
So-
baking it.
So when you put it in, you just start praying.
Yes. Every single bake we pray.
Let's just kind of get an idea. Like, how many do you think you serve in a day?
Into a day.
Wait. Talk long about the story about how many you serve in a day so I can chew. And go.
Okay, so we bake about like 300 to 400. That's including our flavor of the month. Yeah. So, and then on the weekends, it's about 500 plus. Yeah.
And 100 of
And
those go to me.
Me.
Everything is freshly baked, early hours of the morning. The team is in there grinding away, baking our pastéis. So right now I'm garnishing our grapefruit PDN, which is infused with a grapefruit zest and juice. And we've made a beautiful silky grapefruit gel. Okay. And how we make our grapefruit gel is by using fresh grapefruit juice, a little bit of sugar and a gelling agent called agar-agar, which is vegetarian, by the way.
Just keep talking, he's still cheering.
Yeah. And to finish it off, we're topping it off with some grapefruit candy.
Oh, wow. I mean, at least you can say it's winter, you're getting your vitamin C.
Exactly.
Mom's fine
This
with
is-
that?
Yes.
I'm like, this is a fruit salad because it's got your fruit and it's done. You know, a fruit salad,
100%.
healthy.
And there's egg in
One a
there.
day.
It's basically a complete meal.
Everything you need.
Raul de Mornay is like, yeah, he approves this as a... I know, he does. This is so incredibly good. Oh,
You
my word.
definitely give that one a try
Oh, wow.
when
I'm
you
sorry.
finish
Okay.
your...
And then what is your last flavor?
Okay, so our last flavor is our salted sesame. So we flavor our custard with tahini, which is a sesame paste. And then we've made a tahini caramel that we're just going to dollop on top.
And the fun thing about these flavors of the month is seasonal being, there's always going to be one sort of fruit-based one or
Okay.
like a fruit. So
Correct.
whether it's strawberries or raspberries, obviously winter, citrus fruits is our go-to. And then the other flavor is quite a lot more decadent, rich. So it could be a chocolate-based, caramel, nut, a spice. So Christmas is, and we have like fun ones. So Christmas is more of like a mince pie flavor inspiration.
Yes, and
Easter is
chili.
like your like hot cross bun,
Chocolatey.
hog cross bun.
Save that one because tell me more about all the flavors. When we come back, we're going to get tasting these amazing flavors South Africa. So do not go anywhere when we come back. It's more baked, that thing.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, what's happening, you beautiful people? Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And hey, I'm feeling good already. We are just into the first hour and we've had so much magic, and we're going to keep that sentiment going right now, especially when we talk about bright lights, packed arenas, last-second drama, and some of the biggest sporting stars on the planet. Yes, it's the NBA Finals, and it's going to deliver all of that and more. Now, after months of battles, only 2 teams remain standing, and yesterday the New York Knicks struck first against the San Antonio Spurs in Game 1 of the championship series. So who better than some of the aficionados joining us this morning to break down the opening clash and look ahead to what promises to be an absolutely thrilling final series. Now, we've got our Cape Town Sharks head coach, Adrian Besaidenout, alongside players Leon Janse van Rensburg, as well as Mikhail Imandine. Now, firstly, gents, how are we doing this morning? Are we all good?
Great.
Early, man.
It is, yeah. Well done, firstly, on showing up with the glow, looking like you're bright and ready, and especially after this conversation. I was watching one of my favorite podcasters, Gary V, celebrating last night. Man cancelled his flights after the results of Game 1. So let's talk about that result. I mean, it was a 10 points difference in the end. I believe the score was 105-95, but victory went to...
The mighty New York.
The mighty New York Knicks. You guys all got a chance to catch the game, right?
Yes, sir.
What were the feelings? What were the thoughts? What stood out for you?
Super exciting. There was a time in the middle of the game when the Spurs were up, but our Knicks came through in the end.
Yeah.
It was a tough game. One of my friends said it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty.
That's what you want, yeah?
We loved it. We loved it. I don't know what...
Leon, what about you in terms of like your experience playing, seeing the level of the game at a championship like this? I'm sure there must be like respectful moments and some wow moments as well for you.
No, I must say, like, obviously I've never experienced anything like that, but in those finals matchups or even playoffs matchups like that, the intensity is there. The players they're very fierce with each other and things like that. Yeah. But I must say, with the game yesterday, Jalen Brunson's performance in the fourth quarter made the game for
magic.
me.
Inspirational.
And I would say Carl Anthony Towns as well. He was just, the fact that he was pulling Wemby out to the three-point line to open up inside so that players like Josh Hart and OG Anunoby
giving them
score.
play options
Yes.
and stuff.
Yes.
Mikhail, for you, in terms of favourites, were Knicks the ones that were always going to be taking the cream of the crop for this first game, or was it a little bit more undecided going into it?
To be honest, when you look at the Spurs, they've got Victor Wembanyama. I mean, just look at that picture.
Power, man. Yeah.
You're always going to have them as the favourites, but you have to believe in the Knicks because the Knicks are experienced. They're older, they're more like compact together in terms of the group. So I think I've got Knicks in 6 games.
That's a statement right there, man. Well, after last night's game, you definitely got more insights. I want to talk and maybe bring it back to some of the South Africans that especially aren't too familiar with the game. Maybe they've been living under a rock or they've just gotten into B-ball, started throwing some hoops. What would you say is something to kind of look out for in a game like this, especially if you have a limited understanding of what's going on? I mean, the championship, it's not just one game, right? There's a bit of a series to this thing.
Yeah, so in the finals, you play best of 7 games. So the first team to 4 or 4 wins.
7 games is insane.
So you're seeing these guys night after night. And so they play 2 games in San Antonio. So tomorrow morning's game will be in San Antonio. And then they'll be back in New York City for 2 games, and then it's 1-1-1.
And gents, how much of a difference does it make playing the team for the first time, then having that second opportunity? Obviously, you're reviewing stats, you're checking the game out, and then you further get to strategize and develop. Does it give you an upper hand, or does it make it a little bit harder?
Well, I would say it depends on like the coaches and management that the teams have as well. But obviously, if you do something in one game, the players are going to catch on to that. Yeah. They are at that level for a reason. So not everything is going to work the same. I would say, for me, what people must watch out for is the momentum changes in the game. If you're new, because those are the really exciting moments as well. And individual matchups, like when you have especially Carl Anthony Towns versus Wemby, you're going to see the pressure there. You're going to see Wemby blocking or Carl Anthony Towns trying to drive, and Jalen Brunson going one-on-one with Stefan Castle. Like, it's the things like that that's really going to make the game for you if you're watching it for the first time.
Oh, man, there's so many things in this game that really stand out. I mean, from the three-pointers, from the dunks, from the play. But there's something that I think when I was a young kid, we had this team called the Harlem Globetrotters, right? And they were like just tricksters of note. They did the first like sort of skill that I think everybody knows about, and that's the like flick on the finger, the like around the world. I don't know what you actually call it, but I'm dying to know, seeing that we've got professionals here, can we maybe like showcase it and teach me, someone that's never done it before?
A finger spin.
Yeah. What do you think, bro? Put you on the spot.
Yeah,
All right.
okay,
Leon's going to take me through it. Maybe you can show it off first in
Yeah.
terms of like how it's done.
Yeah.
No pressure on live TV. And then teach me like how to actually do it. All right.
Okay, so basically what I would say is if you're new to it, use both hands to spin the ball like that.
Okay,
And then
yeah.
try to catch on your finger. But it also comes down to preference. So I like to go with one hand, spin it like
Oh,
so.
that's just easy, bro.
Catch it on the finger.
Are you using something to like balance? Is it finger
It's
strength?
just
Is it?
literally holding your finger like that. But if you want to get a bit more technical, you can spin it here, swap fingers.
Okay, now you're just showing off, Leon. Okay, now I realize why. So what do I do here? Does it? I'm gonna try the one. So spinning it first, right?
Yeah.
Spin
it,
and then
try to catch it on your finger.
just try and catch it on your finger. Like that's just a normal thing. Okay, it's going. Let's go. How do you get the balance right, bro? You gotta like work around
Yeah,
it.
it's small changes, muscle.
Oh
memory,
man!
I'd say.
All right, Mzansi. Well, I keep practicing this. I want you to get hyped up for it because the NBA Finals are only just getting started. And if Game 1 is anything to go by, and the hype from the gents that they brought right now, then of course fans are in for an absolutely spectacular series. Whether you're a diehard supporter or maybe just completely new to the game, now is the perfect time to jump on board and enjoy. Show me that jump shot, bro. Let's go. Show me those skills. Show me some skills, man. Woo! Swish, baby. See you guys after this. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Make my day.
Think it's just another day? Well, not anymore, because I could be pulling up to your door next. Spin and win up to 20,000 Rand, plus an extra 2,000 Rand if you have a World Sports Betting account, and another 2,000 Rand if you can hit a small dance challenge with me. To enter, all you have to do is head over to the competition post of Expresso's Facebook, X, and Instagram pages, and all you have to do is follow the prompts. And not signed up yet? Well, head to wsb.co.za, use the promo code TheBeat50 to get a free 50 Rand sports bet. World Sports Betting, bet to the beat. I'll see you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3 and Mzansi Nkqubo yanamhlanje usana. It's fire, it's hot. Because from smoking tires and cutting-edge custom builds to the legends of the screen, South Africa's largest automotive and lifestyle event is gearing up to shut it down, baby. The Gas Motor Show International 2026 is rolling into Suncoast Durban this June, the 13th and the 14th. Now, to give us the inside scoop on the horsepower, the stunts, the national tour, and international guest star, Sang Kang, we are joined in studio by the loudest, the wildest, and the most electric voice in SA car culture. It is the one and only Vic Pada. Mr. MC, how you doing?
Hey, I am great, man. I'm great to feel your energy, your presence, and just happy to be here.
Listen, my king, I'm happy to be sitting in your presence today, and we are so excited for the motor show. We cannot wait. You gotta tell us what has specifically inspired the scale up in 2026.
So, for years and years and decades, South African, customers have been looking to the rest of the world for inspiration and so forth. And over the last decade or so, we are starting to be the inspiration for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So now you got these guys in the States, Europe starting to look at our car scene, our talented drivers, builders, customizers, and we're like, things are happening down there in that whole continent of Africa.
Yeah.
So, it's time we rebranded. It's Gas Magazine International 2026. We obviously got some celebrities coming on board. Big man Sang Kang, aka Han from Furious, coming through as the main celebrity, coming to feel and experience South African car culture and community. We also got international DJs coming through on the after party, because what makes Gas Magazine so exciting is not just a car show, it's a full experience. It's a festival of good food, good vibes, and seriously good music at the after party.
Oh, Vic, I'm excited. Take me there now.
You must come, girl.
Goodness.
Absolutely.
So talk to us about the Premium Dome and the brand new setup at Suncoast Durban.
Over the last few years, Gas Motor Show has just been blowing up and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So we had to restructure some stuff. We got a second Premium Dome. Why? Because car people want to spend time paying attention to nice rides.
Yeah.
We got some of the best cars being showcased at the show. So you want to do it in shade. You want to appreciate a good car with good lighting. And that's a little bit about the Premium Dome. And obviously the action area, where all the spinning and the stunt shows happen. Yeah, we need to try and make it a little bit bigger, because we're bringing more adrenaline, more so the bigger you make it, the more people can sit around and appreciate, not only international talent, but our very own local South African talent.
That's beautiful. And I mean, listen, like you said, international is where you guys are going, even bringing us Sang Kang.
Yes.
Talk to us about that. How did that collaboration happen? I mean, you said he's from Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I know. He's a massive superstar.
Yes.
And when you're dealing with celebrities overseas, there's a lot of open communication and conversation, because currently he's traveling the world promoting his new up-and-coming movie called The Drifter.
Oh, wow.
And he's got a busy schedule.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of online meetings, a lot of conversations for, this man to come through and experience South African car culture and community, man.
I love that. I mean, and for his first ever visit, I feel like he's being welcomed the right way, right?
To the best platform. There is no bigger, greater, car show in South Africa currently than the Gas Motor Show. It's got a little bit of everything. So he's going to really feel what the car community has to deliver in our hometown of South Africa.
Yes, but then now, we love the fact that you guys didn't decide to just say, okay, we're building up to it, keeping it on social media.
Yeah.
You're actually having a few stops along the way in Johannesburg and Cape Town.
This guy that we followed through, if you're a car head, you definitely watch the Fast and Furious franchise. So we're like, guys, we're going to give you opportunity. If you can't make it down to KZN, we're going to come through to Joburg. We're coming through to Kaapstad. And once again, we're showcasing a little bit of different provinces for him to experience, a full picture of what South Africa's about.
That's beautiful. But wait, there's more. It is a night with Sang Kang on the 11th of June.
Yes.
150-seater. Talk to me about this. What exactly is going to be happening at the Barnyard Theatre?
So we wanted to curate a little bit more of an intimate, chilled experience.
Okay.
And that's a little bit of, there's going to be a sneak peek of...
Of what? Of the movie?
Yes. There's an extended version of the trailer. I shouldn't be saying all these things about my life.
This is why we love you as our MC.
The little secrets. And just a conversation, he'll be on the mic sharing his stories and just a little bit more of a closer, intimate conversation with,
Yeah. Nice. But let's talk about you now, Mr. MC. What can we look forward to, especially with you at the helm of this beautiful gas motor show?
Right now I'm at a solid like 6.7, but when I'm on the stage, ladies and gentlemen, the hype to the stage. Why? Because South Africa is full of talented drivers, inhibitors, customizers, and spinners. I'm on the mic, you know I'm going to hype that natural South African talent all day, every night.
Oh, come on, baby. And I love that you mentioned the day and the night because it's a 2-day festival. Yes. I mean, thank you so much, my Vic. You're incredible. And we cannot wait to come and just be entertained by you and all of the incredible things that we're going to be seeing. Thank you so much. Ooh. Friends, listen, we are not wrong when we say we're in the right hands with the incredible MC Vic Pardal. And if you want to experience that unmatched energy for yourself, the Gas Motor Show International Festival 2026 is taking over Durban's Suncoast on the 13th and 14th of June. Saturday passes are completely sold out, unfortunately. But if you want to see custom builds, extreme spinning, and international guest star Sung Kang from Fast and Furious live in action, head over to web tickets and www.gasmotorshow.co.za right now to secure those final Sunday and national tour slots. You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Make sure you do not go anywhere.
Well, officially, it's Friday after getting some Zanella-licious entertainment. Thank you so much, girl. And yes, perfect timing because it's just about to go on the hour, which means let's bring on official duties once again. Now, we're going to start off with national headlines. And the Western Cape government has condemned violent attacks on alleged undocumented immigrants in the province following unrest in Mossel Bay. Now, one teenager and 2 Mozambican nationals were killed, while hundreds of residents were displaced during protests over the weekend. Now, Premier Alan Winde has offered all available support resources to police to help restore order and prevent further violence. Now, he says South Africa's constitutional values, the rule of law and the principles of Ubuntu must be upheld, stressing that violence and lawlessness cannot be justified in addressing immigration concerns. Well, next up on local fronts, schools in Eden and the Central Karoo reopened today after a 2-day closure following heavy rain. Now, some schools remain closed due to flooding or impassable roads and will notify parents with catch-up plans for schoolwork in place. Now, emergency services in the Garden Route and Klein Karoo remain on alert as humanitarian groups assist affected communities. Now, meanwhile, in the Eastern Cape, Kouga municipality has also urged Kromrivier residents to move to a higher ground due to rising water from the Mpofu Dam, while shelter provided at the St. Francis Bay Community Hall. Thoughts are definitely going out to all those affected in the area right now. Well, we move from that to international headlines, and the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah has rejected a renewed ceasefire agreement between Israel and Lebanon, brokered by the United States, saying it will not withdraw its forces from southern Lebanon. Now, the deal requires Hezbollah to halt attacks on Israeli forces and withdraw from areas south of the Litani River. Now, Israel has signaled that it will continue military operations in southern Lebanon and keep its troops in place despite the agreement. Now, Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem says that as long as the occupation continues, resistance will continue. Well, let's continue with international headlines. And residents in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo's South Kivu, and that's the province, have attacked on Ebola burial team. Now, that's forcing responders to abandon a coffin and raising fears of further infection. Now, the incident targeted specialists trained to handle highly infectious bodies under strict safety protocols. Now, health officials say that a body was later handled by community members, a high-risk practice that could fuel new transmission chains. Now, the attack highlights growing mistrust that continues to hinder containment efforts against the Bundibugyo strain of Ebola in the region. Well, next up, the countdown is officially on, and that's for the celebration of rhythm, talent, and national pride, all as the 32nd South African Music Awards returns to the Northwest Province on the 15th of August. Now, often described as the traditional home of the Samas, the province has hosted some of the event's most memorable moments and is once again preparing to welcome the country's music stars. Now, organizers say stakeholder consultants are already underway, with excitement building for what is being hailed as a historic homecoming. Beyond the glittering trophies and performances, the awards will showcase the province's rich culture, warm hospitality, and thriving creative economy, while celebrating the artists whose music continues to soundtrack South African life. Ho, ho, ho. It's going to be a spectacle. It's going to be a grand event. And speaking of grand, let's see what grand results happened all in the world of sport. Here's G-Man.
Oh, thank you so much, my brother. What a build-up to the FIFA World Cup we are being treated to, getting an early sign of form of some of our big gun teams. So let's start with Côte d'Ivoire. They received a major confidence boost ahead of their FIFA World Cup campaign, defeating France 2-1 in their international friendly last night. Bearing in mind, France favourites for the tournament, or at least one of them. Man United star Amad Diallo, he scored the decisive goal in the 84th minute as the Elephants secured a statement victory over the former world champions. Of course, Bafana up in World Cup warm-up action tomorrow. That's when they face Jamaica, but that's a closed-door friendly. We're going to keep our cards close to our chest. Well, not so much on the Liverpool management side. They have announced to the world now they have a new manager. Liverpool have announced that Andoni Iraola is their new head coach, replacing Arne Slot, obviously. Iraola arrives from Bournemouth after a very impressive 3-year spell, culminating in the Cherries finishing 6th in the Premier League and qualifying for European football for the first time in the club's history. Definitely a player's coach and could have some magic there. So we'll watch that space. But when we talk about magic in the water, something has been different about Roland Garros this year. Very few of the big guns remaining. Miri, Amira Andreeva and Maya Kwaranska will now be facing off in the women's final of Roland Garros. Both players will be competing in their first ever Grand Slam final. That was after recording straight-set semi-final victories over Marta Koscheck and Diana Schneider, respectively. And what a moment for both of these players. Absolutely incredible. Now, of course, on the men's side of the draw, Alexander Zverev gets his shot. He faces Jakub Mansik. Matteo Arnaldi faces Flavio Caboldi in an all-Italian showdown. Clearly magic in the water there as well. But we love the fact that there will be new champions crowned this weekend. Now, we have got one step to go before the finals this weekend in rugby. Of course, the Bulls and the Stormers will be hoping to secure an all-South African United Rugby Championship final when they take to the field in their semi-finals tomorrow. Both teams have got some pretty tough assignments away. So the Stormers travel to Dublin to take on the biggest guns, Leinster, while the Bulls take on Glasgow Warriors in Edinburgh, Scotland. It's going to be tough, but the boys have proven that they've got it. Let's bring it home, gents. Let's bring it home. And we can still say that about South Africa and rugby. But that's where we leave our sport for now. I think the roads should be waking up. Let's see if there's anything to report on, and then I'll touch on the weather. Let's start our little whistle-stop tour in Amalinda in Kogompo City. Motorists are pleased being urged in the area to avoid the Amalinda area completely this morning due to ongoing protest action. Reports note that the situation is causing significant disruption to traffic and could still escalate further. So please be careful and avoid if you can. Now we move to Bonteheerville down in Cape Town on the N2 inbound. Expect delays approaching the Jakes Gerwel Drive interchange due to the heavy congestion, and please allow for extra travel time. But we know the stretch of road is going to be tough, so look after each other out there and stay safe. Oh, let's see what our weekend weather has in store. Polokwane, good morning to you. Your Friday kicks off under mostly sunny skies today, thankfully. Temperatures rise from a low 6 degrees to a high of 22, and then warm, sunny conditions expected for the days ahead. Your temperature highs in the early 20s throughout, and as we move into the new week, starting to climb just a little bit. Got to say, those lows getting awfully low, but no rain to report on. Klerksdorp, our next stop today. You've got cloudy skies above with scattered showers throughout the day. Temperatures begin on a chilly 1 and reach a high of only 13 degrees. The weekend brings you mixed conditions. Your temperatures ranging from a freezing 0 up to 19 degrees. Pretoria, we say good morning to you as well. You'll look up to partly cloudy skies today. Your temperatures will range between a low of 4 and a high of 17 degrees. Then the weekend heralds sunny skies. Your daytime highs moving between 4 and 21 degrees throughout. And it pretty much stays in that lane as we move into the new week. Good morning, Josie. You've got partly cloudy conditions expected throughout your day. Temperatures will start from a freezing 1, rising up to set at just 12 degrees today, sadly. Tomorrow brings you some sunnier skies. Your temperatures rising from a cold 2 to set at 14 again, and it does pick up on Sunday just a little bit. Mbombela, skies will remain partly cloudy for most of your day today. Temperatures moving from a chilly 7 degrees to a nice 22 degrees. And in the remaining days, you've got bright sunny skies on the cards. Tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 7 and 21 degrees. And we stay in the early 20s as we move through Sunday and into the new week. Bloem, you're going to start your day with some refreshing morning showers, maybe experiencing that right now. Temperatures starting from a -1 degree, going only to 11 with that cloud cover. Mainly cloudy conditions, in fact, dominating the coming days as well, with morning lows dropping to around -1 degrees. And then, I mean, we do crack a 2 on Sunday, but brace yourself, the chilly weather is here. Richards Bay, you're our next stop, and the afternoon is going to bring a chance of showers today. Temperatures ranging between a cool 12 and a beautiful 22 degrees when the weather clears. Tomorrow, you've got partly sunny skies, temperatures moving between 12 and 22, and a slightly better day on Sunday. In fact, get out there onto the beach on Sunday if you can. A few showers are expected in your neck of the woods, Durban, as we touch base with you. Temperatures start from a low of 12 degrees, going up to 22 degrees when you get a gap in the weather. Going into the weekend, expect sun-filled skies with a few lingering clouds. Temperature highs and lows remaining pretty much identical throughout. Looks like a good day. Tata, good morning to you. You might be experiencing thunderstorms. They are going to develop at least 50% of your day. In fact, it's going to have a little rainfall. Temperatures climbing from a cold 3 to set at 16 degrees. Then looking ahead, your weekend brings some sunny skies, thankfully. Tomorrow's temperatures sitting between a low of 4 and a high of 19. We do push a little bit higher come Sunday. Kuba, formerly Craddock, you are likely to be experiencing showers at some point. You've got 25% chance of rain today. Temperatures moving between chilly 0 and a high of only 13 degrees as a result. But cloudy and humid conditions are going to be kind of the run-of-the-mill over the next week. Tomorrow's temperatures moving between 2 and 16. Kogompo City, formerly East London. Hopefully you're feeling fantastic this morning. You're going to need that extra energy. You've got 60% chance of rain and a noticeable westerly wind as well. Temperature sitting between 10 and 18 degrees, with that being bared in mind. The weekend brings you cloudy and sunny conditions sporadically with some okay temperatures, I'm going to say. Wet days on the cards for you. You've got a 55% chance of rain for your Friday. Temperatures moving between a low of 8 degrees and 16 as your high, and a low of 8 and a high of 19 degrees for tomorrow. And it does pick up just a little bit on Sunday, but the cloud cover continues through the weekend. Gorgeous George, well, slightly less gorgeous with that rain, but maybe that's what you need ahead of the weekend. 25% chance of rain today, 7 and 15 your temperature range for your Friday, but the sunny skies will come out tomorrow, followed by an increase in cloud cover as we move into Sunday, and that picks up to a chance of rain moving into the new week. Cape Town, you've got mostly sunny skies today. Some gusty winds, though, to bear in mind. Temperatures ranging between 9 and 18 degrees. Going into the weekend, tomorrow brings sunny skies. Beautiful way to see in the weekend with those clouds gradually moving in, leading to overcast conditions on Sunday. A little bit of rain there, making landfall as well. Sutherland, you're our next start, and you've got a cloudy day that will clear into sunshine later, thankfully, but you start at -1, so you're going to appreciate every ray that does come out today, and it's going to kind of stay like that for the weekend. Heading into the next couple of days, expect those temperature highs below 16, the conditions remaining a mix of sunny and cloudy. Kimberley, you're our next stop, and you can expect partly cloudy skies. Today, your temperature's rising from a cold 1 to set at only 13 degrees today. You're going to feel it. But bright sunny skies will dominate the next 2 days, albeit with a little chill in the air. Temperature highs in the upper teens. Uppies, we love you. Good morning. If you look above, you'll probably see grey skies, and that's going to set the scene for your day. Temperatures start at a low of 2, rise to 17 degrees, so it's not too rough in the days ahead. Mainly bright and sunny skies above, with lingering clouds and temperatures peaking in the mid-20s. Balmy, I will say, absolutely balmy, and not a drop of rain to speak of. We have already had a fantastic contribution sent in earlier, so let's see if our 2 can beat it, as Bettina Klutter from Monte Vista in Cape Town sent through this gorgeous pic. You've got 18 degrees as your high today, And again, a beautiful proof of life this early in the morning. That's what I love about these photos. You've got to prove that you are invested in the show because you're willing to get up before the sun has fully gotten up and show us how you wake up in your part of South Africa, and we love it. Thank you so much for sharing your view. If you think you can do better, come on, prove it. 063-036-9649. That is the number to use if you want to talk about anything this morning, especially the baked goods that are sitting in our kitchen. Just wait, okay? Brace yourself. But we've got some great news coming your way after this.
Not feeling yourself? Fight back with one-day flu cure, packed with cinnamon power to blast flu symptoms fast, so you can power through your day.
Well, absolutely loving that. And listen, this is something important because if flu is slowing you down, well, it is time to bring the heat with one-day flu cure. Packed with cinnamon power, it helps tackle a blocked nose, body aches, and mild fever. So you can get back to your day feeling like yourself again. No time to pause life? Well, then power through it with a one-day flu cure from Aspen. And listen, here's the best part. 20 lucky winners stand a chance to win 1,000 Rand in cash. And all you have to do is head over to the Aspen Cough and Cold Squad Facebook page and enter the competition. One-day flu cure, blast the flu, and keep it moving.
Not feeling yourself? Fight back with one-day flu cure, packed with cinnamon power to blast flu symptoms fast, so you can power through your day.
I don't know if you can remember this if you were OG like me and a few others, but from the Masters of the Universe, the power of Grayskull. Are you carrying on with it in your own head right now? Well, if you are, you know what I'm talking about. He-Man is here, the Masters of the Universe movie. I think this is the second rendition since the version of the 80s, way back when. And oh, it's been a long time since we've been inspired by this one. We're going to dive into everything because Zoe Human, of course, is coming through. She always also has a little bit of a theme and a dress code when she comes. So let's see what she's donning and let's see all the hype right around the corner. Don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
By the power of Grayskull. Yeah, and all the fans just went, what is my favorite art? Listen, one of the most iconic toy and cartoon franchises of the 80s is making its return to the big screen with Masters of the universe. And
Come
look
on.
how excited G-Man is. It's like
You
his
don't
child has come to life.
You don't understand. So I was just joking with our Zoe now that I think this kid's going to be the biggest internet thing ever. Universe, he is the master of the universe, in fact. Nicholas Galatzin. We haven't heard a huge amount about him, but he is Prince Adam, or He-Man, when he picks up the sword. And of course, the film follows a young hero who must embrace his destiny and return to Eternia to face the villainous, say it with me, Skeletor. Let's set the scene.
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories. Talking tigers, spaceships, and magic swords that can make a man as mighty as a god. Where I come from, that stuff is real. Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be safe. So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you. There's...
This obsession with nerd stuff and sword things, it's not a good look for human resources.
I know it sounds crazy, but that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry, the sword's mine.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
What am I supposed to do? Take the sword. You protect them.
No, they think they're not ready, but they're not ready as much as I'm not ready. Our amazing Zoe Human is here. Oh, she's seen it. She is here to tell us whether this long-awaited adaptation of not just the game franchise, but there was a movie as well, has the power! Is this going to transform us into our magical underpants holding a sword?
Yes, and it was too cold today, so I didn't come with
Thank
my...
you for,
I was
thank
waiting
you for
for the
sparing us.
biceps to come on. You know.
You're one of the few people who actually has the
Kijk wat doen
physique
een
to pull it
blazer,
off.
guys. Kijk wat doen een blazer today. Thank you.
Kijk wat doen een blazer. So first of all, can I just apologize to Gareth Chambers? I only came to your house to play with your Castle Grayskull. I'm sorry, dude. I don't think we would have been friends otherwise. There is something about this game, and I really am sorry. No, he was a lacquer guy, okay? But he did have Castle Grayskull,
You just
okay?
ended your Facebook friendship.
You're showing your age. You're showing your age.
There is a lot going on here. I got to say, the kid in me, actually, this was better than I remember. My imagination kind of... It looks amazing.
That's a
Please
statement.
don't, yeah. And that's quite a thing, because I was a kid when this came out. So I grew
the
up.
film.
This I
The
knew.
film or
I
the
had a He-Man.
comics or-
The actual toy, when that first came out, when the
Were you
first
also
cartoon
playing with
came
the-
out.
with
Crazy
Prince
for me
Adam?
is that in my era, this was like very early for me. All I remember is the action figurines.
The toys would have
I
still
had
been around.
Skeletor, I had that like purple panther, and then I had He-Man with that big sword. I didn't get to actually watch the comics as much. I did see the movie, but I was just caught up in the actual like.
But you had
figurines.
game, man. If you had the Panther, you had game, dude.
Exactly that. So maybe that's a nice thing to lead into, because not a lot of people might even remember He-Man, and I would imagine so. You didn't. grow up on right?
It wasn't my generation.
So what was it like for
unfortunately.
you without the preconceived
all
notion
the
of it?
baggage.
Guys, I had so much fun watching this
Brilliant.
movie, and this is the type of movie that there's going to be younger generations that are
Yes.
like, oh, this is a toy. I need this toy.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
so enjoyable. It is funny, it is intelligent, and it doesn't take itself too serious. And I think that's a big issue that I've had with some of the actions that we have these days.
Yeah.
The CGI goes down, but the humor doesn't go up at the same time. But this is just a good movie. I had so much fun.
And you got to find the balance, because the comic itself, it plays quite serious, but in the way that a 9-year-old would be serious about running around with a sword.
Exactly.
So
you can't take a man with that haircut so seriously.
But exactly, man. And it's the body, it's the transformation, it's the fact that he's just a normal guy. But hang on, I can still see something under the shirt there, dude. So from the perspective of the standalone film itself, what's the vibe here? Set the tone for us.
Okay, so Prince Adam, he is our protagonist. You know him also as He-Man. He's not He-Man yet. He only becomes He-Man once he unleashes the power of the sword. So as a child, Skeletor has destroyed his planet Eternia. And now they need to save him. So Sorcerer sends him to Earth, where he lives out until his adult life. And he has all the memories. I feel like with these sort of movies where people get sent to other planets, you know, it's like they forget. But he remembers and he needs to get home. He's like dating, he's working in HR, and he's doing all these things. And he's trying to convince people that he is in fact Prince Adam,
he's not the master of the universe.
he's not from this planet. So dating doesn't work very well for him in this movie. But then he finds the sword. After a decade of searching, he finds it and he returns home to find justice and defeat Skeletor.
Nice.
And brush his hair. He's got great hair, man.
Amazing hair.
What I'd love to get into is obviously the 80s version had Dolph Lundgren, an absolute legend.
And you might see him in this version as well.
Get out of town.
There's a little Easter
It's like
egg.
almost like one of those Stanley Easter eggs in the Marvel movies. But what's really cool is that when you knew about it in the past, it was wild. There was a world that maybe couldn't be portrayed with the technology back in the 80s to do the movie its actual justice. So now we got the technology, we got the CGI, we got the lasers and everything. Does it live up to the hype of what it should be? Because it's now an opportunity to actually give it everything it needs to bring it to life.
I think it lived up to the hype. I think it did. I don't know if the diehards are going to say, yes, it absolutely did. This is what I thought as a child. But me, who's experiencing this movie for the first time, I think it was amazing. What I also really enjoyed about it is it wasn't like these movies where you can tell this is shot in a desert, you know, this is in the jungle somewhere here on Earth.
You feel like you're in another world.
You feel like you are in another world.
It gave a bit of Black Panther in the CGI kind of flow vibe, a bit of Avatar creeping in there as well. I think we're obviously at a very advanced level, but this is still going to rest on a performance.
Yes.
He is the man.
Multiple performances.
And they've got some great supporting cast members. He is the man, yeah. Is Nicholas Galitzine ready to take on this?
I love him. You mentioned that this was your first time hearing of him.
Yeah.
He's had a bit of a career now. He was in Anyone But You with Anne Hathaway last year, Red, White and Royal Blue as well the year before. So he's got a career, but he's always been very skinny in his roles. So for him to put on this amount of weight, and you said, he's before in that shirt, the way they're trying to hide the muscles, I said, come on, guys. Be so for real.
Let's just treat. So how many calories a day was this kid?
5,000. 5,000.
Isn't it the same as our Olympic, Maddie, our Olympic?
Literally, and he was chowing through calories when he's training. That is so much.
We're going to dive into a little bit more now. But he's done an amazing job. But one of my favorite people in this movie, Skeletor. Jared Leto. What a surprise, because he has had the worst run. No, every movie that he's been, think about it, Tron Ares, flops. It's a flop. So this is a movie where you're like, maybe it's just the character is just amazing, but what he does, good stuff.
I think when he's a villain, he always nails it, though, if I think about it.
He's a phenomenal actor, man. Yeah, and I think he just follows parts that he wants to play, not kind of clever choices sometimes. Remember, he's in Fight Club, yo. I think once you've done Fight Club, you just kind of start a band. I absolutely love it. I think this is really, really amazing that it does pay homage, but it also feels like it's going to introduce this franchise to a whole new generation.
And it will.
So do you think the toys are going to come back even more powerfully now?
They've got to. I think a little grey skull on my shelf could look very nice.
Can I ask just one favor? Please, can we either make Barbie smaller and He-Man bigger? Because my older sister had that on me for our whole childhood. Okay? Small man complex. Come on, he's He-Man. Oh, no, it's time to decide if you have the power. It is an absolute icon, and hopefully this has inspired you, or at least had you giggling like us, like little children.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, you beautiful people. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And while the conversation has been bringing nostalgia, bringing inspiration, and especially if you were around just before the break, because He-Man was taking center stage as we ushered in Masters of the Universe, the movie, and now stepping into the role of He-Man obviously takes more than movie magic. We discussed the calories, and I think for Masters of the Universe, actor Nicholas Galazzini underwent an intense physical transformation, reportedly consuming 5,000 calories a day, lifting weights for hours and even squeezing workouts in between takes to build the physique of the most powerful man in the universe. Now, we always get caught up in the hype and it gets a little bit crazy and overwhelming, so we need to debunk it all. And we thought we'd bring in an incredible hybrid athlete, a queen of all this, Claudia van Schalkwyk, to unpack the realities of building strength, fueling your body and pursuing fitness goals in a healthy and sustainable way. And I couldn't ask for a better guest than this one. Our superstar, how are you doing this morning?
Thank you. Very well. Very well.
And why are you hiding your biceps this morning? I thought you should be flexing it off. I mean,
I thought, I'm sitting next to you, I'd rather hide it away.
Oh, stop it, you too kind. No, but seriously, I think everybody who knows you knows how incredible you can get your physique to look, but in a healthy manner. And that's what's important to me, because eating 5,000 calories a day must be insane, right? People usually think that's like lots of pizzas and burgers, but what is the reality of 5,000 calories? Like, what does that actually look like if we were to try and picture a normal diet? How many meals is that in a day?
It is very difficult if you think about 5,000 calories, but we do actually consume it if we eat the junk food.
Yeah.
It's easier to get the junk food in.
To do it
but
the
when
naughty
you are
way.
but when you're an athlete or when you are training for being an actor, you have to have a structured plan. So good quality carbohydrates, that will support your energy. And then obviously lean protein that will support building muscle.
Yes.
You know that.
So you've got to get those macros right.
And healthy fats that will support our hormones. And especially for women in perimenopause and menopause, we have to have the healthy fats because it really helps us to recover better.
And support the system.
And support the system. So 5,000 calories might seem like a lot, but if you are planning to reach a goal, or you're an athlete, it is quite easy if you have a structured meal plan.
Yeah. So I think for Mzansi, they always get caught up and overwhelmed in like, what does a calorie mean? And like, what's an example of like calories? So would you be able, I know it's a very difficult question because everything has a different sort of a makeup, but let's say an average plate of food like a burger, roughly calories-wise, we're looking at like 500 calories, around there, right? So that's a burger and chips, I would say. I don't know, roughly that's around 500 calories. So theoretically, it's like 10 of those to get 5,000.
Exactly.
So imagine, Mzansi, 10 burger and chips meals on a plate in front of you, eating that an entire day. Take that challenge on, and that's what 5,000 calories could look like, right?
Yes, but do you know that I eat 3,000 calories a day?
So now everybody out in Mzansi is going to be like, no ways. You can't look this way and still eat 3,000 calories. What is that? How does that look?
Because I think society has made us believe that we have this sparrow mentality, you know? We have to eat like in small little plates to actually become more healthier or thin.
And especially in women, right?
Especially in women.
Yeah.
But today we have to learn that food is fuel. And if we have a healthy relationship with food and understand why we're having these types of calories, the healthy carbs, the fats, and the proteins, that is what actually is going to build us muscle, because our digestive system, our metabolism, everything is working, constantly working every day. And if we feed the body every 2 to 3 hours, then we'll see the changing of the body composition starts happening naturally.
Oh, I love that. And I think that's a big myth that a lot of people aren't really aware of. And more importantly, something that was mentioned here is the fact that, like, and especially the philosophy of if I train hard and if I train more, if I get like 4 or 5 hours in a day, I'm going to get more gains. But I mean, the smart person would say, I don't know about this. I mean, we were looking at 3-hour-a-day sessions in this movie. I don't know how like realistic that actually is, right?
If you ask me, I spent 2 hours in the gym yesterday because you train for a certain goal.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if you train for Hyrox, there's a certain type of structured training that you have to do.
Yes.
So, no, you know, eating is much more difficult than training. I struggle with my members. I get them to eat more. To get them to eat more is more difficult for me because women undereat.
Yeah.
They under sleep.
And don't you find that when they are thinking that eating less is going to make them thinner, they actually have the opposite effect? Because now you're affecting hormones, you're affecting the actual homeostasis of your body, you don't have healthy fats to think properly, so you're actually doing yourself a disservice by theoretically starving yourself, right?
Exactly, and training hard doesn't always mean that you are going to have this perfect body. Everything works in isolation. You have to have the sleep, you have to have, you know, the nutrition, you have to have the hydration in the body.
Yeah.
Because that is what works. If everything works in a balance, you then start having this beautiful balanced
So
body.
can we leave it with this? I mean, we've got an image on the board of what I would call perfection when it comes to the female form, right? So if we were looking at this individual on the screen right now and saying, what do you think an individual like that does? And just by the way, yes, is the individual
48 years old.
48 years old?
2 kids.
You are joking.
Yes.
You are joking.
Turning 49.
And 2 kids.
2 kids.
Guys, can we just do a round of applause for that alone? That's goals right there. Every woman is like, what? Are you the she-man version of... That's incredible. No. But let's just paint this picture for me. How many calories goes into a body like that daily? And are you eating fat? Are you eating carbs?
Yes.
And are you eating protein?
Yes.
Yes.
And I get really angry if I don't have my food.
Oh.
My family knows, you know, I need to eat every 2 to 3 hours. Because of my hormones. This is 48, 49 years old. I struggle with menopause. My poor husband has to sleep on the couch every night, you know? But Claudia needs to have a sleep.
Yes.
I cannot explain to people how important sleep is. Sleep is our biggest nutrient. And if we don't take recovery as disciplined as eating, you will not see results.
Whoa.
So the recovery is as important as your structured training plan.
So I would say in contrast, what we're discussing when it comes to the movie is something that's not really sustainable or realistic because it's getting prepared in a short space of time and taking these crazy risks. But that's a different conversation to what you do.
Yeah.
And I think if you are looking for something in terms of a change in yourself, maybe Claudia is exactly the person you want to reach out to because this is what you specialize in. Sustainably and healthily gaining good weight or losing the bad weight, that's what you specialize in, right?
I specialize in renewing the mind. Because I do believe that, you know, we live in a society where we get these quick fixes nowadays.
Yes, always,
You understand?
everywhere.
We get this medication that suppresses our diet. And unfortunately, that is not long term. It's not a solution for reprogramming the mindset. Renew the mindset, reprogram the mind, and then you get the sustainability and the longevity.
So
and then you can grow old gracefully.
You're not just preaching balance, but you are a product of it. And hey, balance looks good right here. But when we talk about anything out of balance, we're talking about He-Man, man, because this is a guy that literally has all the strength, all the power, and all the inspiration. And especially when you look at the training that went into that physique, look at that. From a pile of bones to a hunk of more than just junk. Absolutely loving everything about this, Claudia. Thank you for coming through and I think debunking some of the crazy things that happens in the movies. It's not real life. This is where real life is. Reach out to her if you wondered. And I think after that, absolutely inspired to go get in on that film. Master of the Universe, it's out on screens right now. Let us know what you think. Yeah. Thank you so much, Claudia.
My Feel Good family, we always say it is better when we are together, but hopefully we are together and we are healthy and we are feeling good. 100%, and we want to make sure of that, which is why this morning we're joined by media personality, DJ, and all-round entertainer. It's none other than Saul Penduka. Everyone, let's give him a Feel Good welcome, please. Saul, how are you?
I'm great, man. Thanks for having me, guys. It's always a great vibe here.
Oh, of course it's a great vibe. It's a Feel Good breakfast show. But we want to make sure, yes, exactly. But we want to make sure that the whole country is feeling good, right? Which is why, Saul, we have to ask you, I mean, winter is here, and we know that your schedule is hectic. Between radio, podcasting, creating content, you're always on the move. But how do you make sure that you stay well?
Oh, it never stops. I'm always on the road, always on the move. And as you guys know, my voice is like my primary tool for a lot of things that I do. So I can't really afford to be down. I can't afford to get a cough or a cold. So I need to stay prepared. That's what I've learned throughout the years. Always got to stay prepared, especially for winter.
Prepared how?
Look, for me, it's always about having meds handy. Something you know, something you trust. Look, I'm a modern man, but I still believe in family traditions. Things that, you know, I've become accustomed to that I know and trust. And that's where linen comes in. It's just always been there for me.
I love that. So tell the viewers, what are your go-to linen products?
All right, fam. For me, I've got my top three, my favorite three. And this is what I'm going to talk about today. The first one is Boss Truffles. I mean, this is a classic. It's always been home growing up. When that cough hits, pull out the Boss Truffles. It's good, man. It helps with the relieving of symptoms of cough, croup, as well as bronchitis. You know, when you've got that irritation in your throat or you want to calm that cough, I recommend Boss Truffles. This one is a family staple. It's always been there, and it's suitable for the entire family. And you can take it 3 times a day with 3 different ways of taking it. You can either have it with tea, you can have it with water, or even honey. Oh, and phosphate, it also contains medicinal plants.
Beautiful. Exciting. Okay, so Boss Truffles, it is a family solution. What's your next favorite winter one?
Next up, this one goes the extra mile. I'm talking about Turlington. You know when you've got that cough that just won't go away?
Yeah.
Can't even take a hint? That's when Turlington steps in. This is another great linen winter option. It's good for cough as well as chronic bronchitis. Yeah, this one is reliable, no nonsense. Gets the job done.
And your third favorite?
Last but not least, ladies, Vit Dulces. You know when you've got that cold, that fever, or sometimes mild asthma attacks, you can always rely on Vit Dulces.
Yeah. Oh, we love it.
This is another winter favorite that I always make sure I keep in my medicine kit.
It sounds like those are staples for you.
100%. Look, I'm always on the go. So for me, it's always about reliability, something I can count on. I mean, linen has been around for over a century. It's trusted and it still delivers.
Sure. So what's your advice to everyone watching this winter?
It's simple. Don't wait till you get sick. Stock up now on your linen products. Take care of yourself and stick with an original that you can trust.
I love that, Saul. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me, and stay warm, eh?
Thank you. Winter is coming. Are you ready? Before symptoms strike, choose relief you can trust. For coughs, croup, and bronchitis, keep linen Boss Truffles. For relief of coughs and chronic bronchitis, keep linen Turlington. Keep linen cough mixture to relieve phlegmy coughs, and linen Vit Dulces for relief of colds, fever, and mild asthma attacks. Choose an original linen, timeless and trusted since 1898.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3 and betuna kumnandi banani. In fact, just baie lekker is. Because this morning we have got a king with us. His name is Rian Bernardi and he's become one of the defining voices in Afrikaans music as a songwriter, performer and collaborator behind some of the country's biggest hits.
From spontan breaking streaming records to international collaborations and award-winning music, his journey has become both steady and impactful. He's joining us right now to reflect on the road behind the songs and what comes next. Everybody give him a feel-good welcome. It's
Rian, hoe gaan het?
Lekker julle. Thank you so much for having me. Amelia, I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness, we're so excited about your journey that you're finally visiting us here on your...
And I've been waiting for this call, so thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Incredible. Let's talk about your single called Spontan. I think that was a real breakthrough for you. Why do you think so many people connected to it? I think it was your breakthrough single.
Yes, it was, 100%. I think the main thing behind it was maybe a sound that we haven't heard in Afrikaans music yet. And it also came right after we had the massive lockdown in 2020. So people were very, very hungry for new music.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of this done before lockdown actually started. Yeah, that came out in August of 2020 and it just gave people some new music to listen to after the, let's call it 6 months that they didn't have any new music. I can't be more happy than what I am with the way that things have gone with that album.
You're the first Afrikaans artist to reach 10 million streams on Spotify.
Yeah, that
which
was
is
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
And you've done so with 2 songs now, which is beautiful.
We got the 3rd one very close to that.
Ooh.
Spontan is standing on 15 million currently. I must say I'm really blessed to have that song being streamed the way it is.
What does a milestone like that really mean to the young Rian, the one who was dreaming?
The young Rian didn't have any idea that was going to happen. I was first signed as a songwriter at Kuleski Studios.
Oh, wow.
And I was actually supposed to be writing songs for other artists. And I think by the 20th or 30th song that I brought there, I think they kind of realized that my style's not going to fit anybody else except me. And then decided to sign me. So thank goodness I'm a songwriter and I can keep writing my own.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the track There Was Jesus, because that one was also a global phenomenon, a global hit. Tell us about that one.
So that was actually, we were busy with my album in 2020 before the lockdown. I think lockdown started in March of 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And when we heard we're going into lockdown, everybody in the studio kind of went like, let's just give the people something to keep them hopeful throughout the time. And at that time, we only thought it was going to be 2 weeks. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yes.
So we recorded that song, did everything, and we had it uploaded within a week. And that's unheard of in the recording industry. Normally it takes us months to get music out there. And man, that song came out beautiful. And to this day, it'll be one of my highlights for the rest of my life.
That's incredible.
Beautiful.
Rian, we like to hear stories like this.
Let's take it back to 2023 because then Spotify then reached out to you and said, we want you to collab with Ian Mansik. What was that milestone?
I have no idea how that happened.
I can still see it still brings you so much joy.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. I've only spoken to him over the phone. It's the craziest thing with technology these days. I mean, he did his part in Nashville and I did my part in Pretoria. Those two words shouldn't be in the same sentence.
2 worlds colliding.
But you know how jealous I am of my face because it's been in Nashville on a billboard and I haven't even been there. That was crazy for me to see people sharing photos with me from Nashville with this massive billboard with myself and Ian on there. And we did a cover of Bruce Springsteen called I'm on Fire and in a nice country sound. And it was just a great collaboration and I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, I've been internationally, my face, so much.
You don't have the passport to stamp. The stamp within your passport.
The rest of your body's just catching up with your face.
Yeah, let's try that.
Exactly. But Rian, then tell us, as you now prepare for a new album.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the version of you that is now creating this new body of work.
Well, I had a bit of a struggle with the album that came after Spontan, because I thought there was a specific sound that I needed to do and a specific thing that I needed to handle with this new album. And I kind of put myself in a little bit of a box. I tried to limit myself too much towards what I'm supposed to sound like.
Yeah.
And once that album came out and I started writing again for singles and for new music that's supposed to come out, I just started to tell myself I'm gonna enjoy writing the music, and if I can't play it on my acoustic guitar and like it the way it sounds, just my vocal and my acoustic guitar, then I don't want to put it out on an album.
Rian, we get to see you perform live with that acoustic guitar. We're
Let's
so
try.
excited. No, we know you're going to kill it.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Jan. Thanks, Anili.
Oh man, Rian Bernardi, a journey that continues to evolve from songwriter to leading artist with music that keeps on finding audiences.
Oh my goodness, we are so excited to hear him live at our Samsung DQX studio. Stay tuned.
Thank you so much, Chad and Zandela. Listen, I just want to say I'm really sorry that I wasn't able to send you any pastries to Joburg. But next time, I think next time. Because right now, listen, can we just be very honest? There's been a lot of chaos here today because of what's happening here. We've had to bring private security in to keep people away. There have been professionals that have just completely lost their mind about what's going on, and for good reason. We've got some very special stuff going on, and what we're about to do now is also an absolute crowd favorite,
Yes.
which is
our beautiful almond croissant.
Say less, let's get working. It's delicious. Where do we start?
So for our beautiful almond croissant, we first start off with an amazing butter croissant. That's really important. Okay, so lots of lamination, and now we're just cutting it through. And Dee, would you mind just soaking that up?
What are we soaking it with, please, Dee?
A nice.
Now it's the tricky, because they actually try and keep me out the kitchen as much as
Yes,
possible.
that's true.
Because I'm an
because-
unofficial taste tester, so.
Yeah.
But it's an almond syrup, just to sort of
Yes.
soften the croissant, just so it soaks in more flavor. And it just, you know what, more calories. I know that you spoke about calories.
5,000. We're on the hunt for 5,000 calories.
So Clement, with our almond croissant filling, we make an almond cream. And in the almond cream, we have a quick almond praline that is really quick and easy to do at home. So you're literally just going to throw in your flaked almonds, cover it with some icing sugar.
Some icing sugar, I like it.
Some icing sugar, yes. And then just you want to coat the nuts in the icing sugar, and Dee, will you just be so kind to pour over egg white?
Is that how simple it is to make a praline?
So quick and easy.
That's amazing.
And now we're just gonna soak that up.
So South Africa is also need to know Tasnim and I were actually students together, and I absolutely love that till today I still learn from you, and I'm like learning these amazing baking things, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful journey, and I still get to see it every day. Ish. For my favorite treats. I love it.
I would say your everyday ish is because you're visiting us so often at the bakery.
Guys, it's actually bad. I'm not supposed to be there that much. It is so good.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky because you're around the corner. Where can other Cape Townians, South Africans actually get to try your amazing, delicious pastries?
Well, the other Cape Townians would be in Cape Town. We've opened a little pastry bar, we call it our little shop, Custodian Pastry Bar, and that is just off Kloof Street, so in town. So fresh baked every day. Our bakers are in like 3 early mornings, getting the most delicious, fresh yumminess delivered twice a day. And I have to admit, we actually had a conversation this morning that being the delivery driver of the day is the most difficult thing in the world, because
Can you imagine?
those aromas, the
Precious
fact that they
cargo.
actually still receive the stock by the time I get there that's the miracle of the day.
If it was me in charge of deliveries, everything would have a little bite mark in it. Everyone's going to get a little signature bite mark. I was there.
QC.
Of course. It's so delicious.
So
Okay.
literally with this, we just pop it in a tray and that goes into the oven. Right? 10 minutes in
And
the
then it
oven.
comes out
on my
like
thing.
this?
It comes out looking nice and crispy.
Did you taste? You got to taste this. This is
Yes, you have to
course.
taste it.
This
Any
looks,
excuse.
This looks amazing.
And we actually fold this into our almond cream to add that extra bit of crunch. And I'm just going to pipe this on here.
Okay. Just because I'm worried that I might like completely eat everything, I'm going to call in some backup. So the truth of the matter is these two professionals are actually fasting, because they're fasting for some men's magazine cover. The other one's doing something else without a shirt on. But I'm going to call them in. Graham and Rao, if you guys can come and join me, Because
No pressure, no pressure.
I was waiting when you were going to ask, man.
I don't know how to feel about you guys. I feel like I'm going through an existential crisis right now.
You're just feeling a lot
For
of
all
love.
the right things. I know, but this is, I preach every day that this is our love language. But can I say, I do a lot of world traveling with a culinary eye. And albeit I'm not a professional, maybe I'm a professional eater and tasterer, but I've gone to the culinary capitals of the world, France, Barcelona, spaces in the UK. What you guys put on the table will stand out in the best patissier, best spaces in the world. This is next level, guys. Look at that small plate there. Look at that.
I mean,
get out of town.
Do me a favor, just crack that thing open. Just crack this
No,
open.
I won't. I refuse. Oh. Okay, that's mine. This whole plate is mine, actually. I'm going to take it all.
And it's gorgeous. He's like, I mean, as much as there's pastries, I mean, the croissants and the breads, these gorgeous little, like, snacky desserts.
Get out of town.
Like, I would feel like half the calories because it's half the size. I mean,
No, I think it's a quarter of the size.
So can we actually do the taste test? The official...
Listen again. Just listen to this beautiful.
Oh, my word.
Twice baked glory right there.
Wow.
Sure, I actually needed like a crutch there to hold myself
You know all
up.
about love languages. This is another language that I'm absolutely here for. Thank you for talking music to my stomach. Can we tuck in?
Yes, please.
Is there any way to do this so I can, the whole mouth over it?
It's supposed to be messy. It's got to get messy.
What have you got there, my friend?
Yes.
Okay.
South Africa, while they're busy tasting, I'm going to say
my
thank
Lord,
you
I've
to
got to
T
go
from
and finish
Hoghouse. D, Tasneem, thank you so much for being here. The pastries,
What a treat.
phenomenal. You have been a blessing.
Medic.
Oh my goodness. South Africa, it's been an amazing bake that thing. Go visit them. Find out what the hype is all about. G can't talk. Someone can fetch G.
I think I've fallen in love. I think I've just fallen in love.
The pastry knife.
Wow.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Man.
We'll see you next time on Bake That Thing. Unbelievable. Wow.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes. Welcome back, you beautiful people. It's your feel-good breakfast show. It's Friday, and can you believe it? We've only got an hour left of all the magic. So let's dive right into official duties one last time as we approach the hour. And let's start off with national headlines. Now, the Electoral Commission has reaffirmed its commitment to South Africa's constitution and citizens as preparations continue for the next local government elections. Now, speaking at the Commission's provincial election launch outside Polokwane, IEC Commissioner Glenn Mashinini said the body remains guided by democratic principles, human rights, and credible elections. Now, he highlighted South Africa's obligations through regional and international organizations, including the African Union and United Nations. Now, Mashinini also stressed that independence, impartiality, and transparency remain central to ensuring a fair electoral environment for all contestants. Well, next up, the Western Cape government has condemned violent attacks, and that's on alleged undocumented immigrants in the province following unrest in Mossel Bay. Now, one teenager and two Mozambique internationals were killed, while hundreds of residents were displaced during protests over the weekend. Now, Premier Alan Winde has offered all available support resources to police to help restore order and prevent further violence. Now, he says South Africa's constitutional values, the rule of law, and the principles of Ubuntu must be upheld, stressing that violence and lawlessness cannot be justified in addressing immigration concerns. Well, we move to international headlines next, and the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo's international soccer friendly against Chile and Spain next week has been cancelled, following health concerns linked to Ebola outbreaks in the African nation. Now, authorities in Andalusia blocked the fixture scheduled for June the 9th after medical advice from regional and municipal health services, calling it a precautionary measure. Now, the decision comes as DR Congo, based in Belgium, continues World Cup preparations after cancelling a training camp in Kinshasa due to the outbreak in the east of the country. Well, next up, the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah has rejected a renewed ceasefire agreement between Israel and Lebanon, brokered by the United States, saying it will not withdraw its forces from southern Lebanon. Now, the deal requires Hezbollah to halt attacks on Israeli forces and withdraw from areas south of the Litani River. Now, Israel has signaled that it will continue military operations in southern Lebanon and keep its troops in place despite the agreement. Now, Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem says that as long as the occupation continues, resistance will continue. Now, you heard about it this morning, and we are definitely getting hyped because football's greatest modern rivalry is set for one final glorious chapter as Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo prepare to make history at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, running from the 11th of June to the 19th of July across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Now, the iconic duo will become the first players to appear at 6 different World Cups, more than 20 years after their teenage debuts on football's biggest stage. Now, Messi heads to North America as the reigning world champion after leading Argentina to glory in Qatar in 2022. While all this, Ronaldo has been continuing chasing that one major prize that's been missing from his absolutely glittering career. Now, in the twilight of extraordinary journeys, both remain driven by passion, pride, and one last unforgettable dance on football's grandest stage. Oh, the thrill is absolutely real, and speaking of thrill, there's a lot of thrilling action in the world of sport, and here's G-Man one last time with the latest.
Oh, if that didn't get you excited, maybe this will. We're going to stay in the FIFA World Cup lane right now, get into some of the friendlies. And Cote d'Ivoire, they looked good. They received a major confidence boost ahead of their FIFA World Cup campaign, defeating France 2-1 at their international friendly last night. Bearing in mind, France, one of the favourites here. It was Man United's winger Amad Diallo who scored the decisive goal in the 84th minute. The Elephants secured a very much statement victory over the former world champions. Perfect timing as well. Then, of course, Bafana, they'll be in World Cup warm-up action tomorrow, and that's when they face Jamaica. Sadly, a closed-door friendly. We're going to keep our cards close to our chest with this one. Not so much as we stay with football, but to drift into the Premier League now as Liverpool have announced Andoni Traiola as their new head coach, replacing Arne Slot, of course. Now, Traiola, he arrives from Bournemouth after what has been a very impressive 3-year spell at the club, culminating in the Cherries, finishing 6th in the Premier League, and in so doing qualifying for European football for the first time in the club's history. So he's definitely a man for a new phase in their journey. Now, a new journey awaits our champion at Roland Garros because we're going to crown someone new. Undoubtedly, Mira Andreeva and Maya Kwalinska. They will face off in the women's Roland Garros final. Both players will be competing in their first ever Grand Slam final. That was after recording straight-set semi-final victories over Marta Koscheck and Diana Schneider, respectively. An incredible journey. One of them a qualifier. And then, of course, in the men's semi-final draw, we've got Alexander Zverev facing Jakub Mensik, who's been on a dream run. While Matteo Berrettini, he will take on Flavio Cobolli in an all-Italian showdown. I love that. An Italian OG with an opportunity to do something special while the other Italian gets knocked out. Absolutely crazy journey at the French Open. But there is one other journey that all South African eyes will be on right now. The Bulls and the Stormers. They're going to be hoping to secure an all-South African United Rugby Championship final. That's when they take to the field in their semi-finals tomorrow. Both teams facing some tough away assignments. The Stormers travel to Dublin to face the biggest guns, Leinster, while the Bulls take on Glasgow's Warriors in Edinburgh, Scotland. It's going to be a tough one, but before the World Cup comes around and England steal this one, I'm going to say bring it home, boys, bring it home. And that's where we leave our sport for this morning. Let's get one last traffic update.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Yes, let's get you out on the roads to work and to school safely. And let's start off in Inanda in Durban. Now, on the N2 northbound, traffic is currently backed up following an accident after the Inanda Highway off-ramp. Now, as you can see from the visuals, the right lane is closed due to traffic. Motorists are advised to approach the area with caution, and please do expect significant delays when passing through. From KZN Durbs, we move to Somerset West in Cape Town next, and you can expect heavy delays on the roads on the N2 outbound this morning. You can definitely see this from the visuals, and with congestion building up significantly as you approach Victoria Road. And it looks like Cape Town's traffic is definitely continuing. Also, lots happening in Brackenfell. Motorists using the R300 northbound, be prepared for slow-moving traffic at Old Paarl Road off-ramp. Please allow for extra travel time through this junction. And again, anybody heading out on the roads, stay safe, buckle up and plan your routes accordingly. From the road to the sky, let's find out one last time what to get you into in terms of clothing with the world of weather. So diving into all things weather right now and having a chuckle while we do it, let's start off in Polokwane and let's see if the sunshine's happening. Mostly sunny skies today, temperatures rising from a low of 6 degrees to a high of 22. For the rest of the week, warm sunny conditions expected in the coming days with temperature highs in the early 20s. Moving to Klerksdorp next, and today brings you cloudy skies. You've got scattered showers, temperatures beginning at a low of 1 and reaching a high of 13 degrees. Now, your weekend brings you mixed conditions. You've got temperatures ranging between a freezing 0 degrees and 19 degrees. Not too much rain though, so make the most of the sunshine when it is there. Pretoria, it looks like a partly cloudy skies today. Temperatures ranging between a low of 4 and a high of 17 degrees. And what's happening on the weekend? Well, it brings you sunny skies. You've got daytime highs moving between 4 degrees. And as we look at it, maximums around 21 degrees. Sunshine on the weekend at least, so let's enjoy it. Over in Johannesburg, partly cloudy conditions are expected throughout the day. Temperatures will start from freezing 1 degrees, rising to a set 12 degrees. And looking through the next few days, tomorrow brings you sunny skies with temperatures rising from a cold 2 degrees, set to 14 degrees. Mbombela's up next on the list, and it looks like the skies will remain partly cloudy for most of the day. As we move inland, temperatures move from a chilly 7 degrees to a nice warming 22. Now, looking ahead at the remaining days, it looks like bright sunny skies with tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 7 and 21 degrees. A partly warm weekend ahead. Bloemfontein, however, the day starts with a few morning showers. Temperatures will rise from a -1 and move to a high of only 11 degrees. Now you've got mainly cloudy conditions which will be dominating the coming days, and the morning lows dropping to around -1 degree. So please stay warm out in Bloemfontein. Moving to the coast though, and the afternoon brings a chance of showers, temperatures ranging between a cool 12 and a warm 22 degrees. Tomorrow brings you partly sunny skies with temperatures moving between a low of 12 and a high of 2 degrees. Definitely crazy conditions, but the coast is coming through in Richards Bay, and it looks like a little bit of sunshine too. Moving to Durban, a few showers are expected in the afternoon. Temperatures ranging from a low of 12 to a high of 22 degrees. And going into the weekend, what's in store for us? Well, same, it's fairly moderate and make the most of it. Thunderstorms, however, will be developing throughout Mthatha with a forecast at 50%. Now, temperatures are climbing from 3 degrees and set to only a max of 16. And as we look ahead to the rest of the week, the weekend brings some sunny skies with temperatures tomorrow sitting between a low of 4 and a high of 19 degrees. Out in Nguba, formerly known as Craddock, showers are likely happening throughout your day, set at a chance of 25%. The temperatures move between a freezing 0 and a high of only 13 degrees. Yes, it's icy out there, and throughout the week, cloudy and humid conditions are expected. Tomorrow's temperatures between 2 and 16 degrees. Kukompo City, yes, that's formerly known as East London. Your day is bringing a lot of wet weather. Showers are coming through at 60% with a noticeable westerly wind, and temperatures are sitting between 10 and 18 degrees. The weekend brings you cloudy and sunny conditions with, I'd say, okay temperatures. Moving to GQ Gqeberha next, and a wet day is definitely on the cards today, chanced at 55%. Now, temperatures are moving between a low of 8 and a high of 16 degrees. And a low of 8 and a high of 19 degrees is what you can expect tomorrow. The skies definitely will be remaining cloudy. We move from GQ to George now, and I know there's been some crazy weather. It looks to be continuing, but getting better. A slight chance of rain at 25%. Temperatures drifting from a chilly 7 to a high of 15 degrees today. And look, sunny skies are at least expected tomorrow, so let's get out there and celebrate. It will be followed by an increase in cloud cover for Sunday, so yeah, get out on Saturday, make the most of it, and sneak a tan in while you can. We move to Cape Teasy next, expecting mostly sunny skies, and of course, yes, it has to. The wind comes through with some gusts. Our temperatures ranging between 9 and 18 degrees, and going into the weekend, tomorrow brings some sunny skies. We've got clouds gradually moving in, leading to overcast conditions, but you know, with the wind direction, that means that, hey, there might be some surf in Museys. Now we move to Sutherland next, back inland, and look, it starts cloudy before clearing into sunshine later today. Now your temperatures ranging between a freezing -1 degrees and then only moving to a max of 10. And again, for the rest of the week, it's looking like the temperatures are sitting below 16 degrees for the maximum, so get out of the chill. Kimberley's up next, and you can expect partly cloudy skies, temperatures rising from a cold 1 degrees set to 13. Bright sunny skies are going to be dominating the next 2 days, and the temperature highs are in the upper teens. Not too warm, but let's take the advantage of the sunshine that we do get on the weekend. Uppies, hey, it's always chilly out there, but today grey skies are setting the scene for the day. Temperatures starting at a low of 2, rising to a high of 17 degrees. And in the days ahead, you can expect mainly bright skies, and it looks like lingering clouds will be around, temperatures peaking in the mid-20s. The rest of the weather patterns are what you can see ahead of you across the country right now. But again, it's time to look at what's been revealed this morning. And we've had an incredible morning of sunrise views between 6 and 7 a.m. Let's just recap on what went down. We started our morning over in Hyberdean, where Fezile came through capturing a peaceful, warm, glowing sunrise, rising, rolling golden hills. Absolutely love it. And then we had Bettina up next, all the way from Monte Vista, snapping a lovely perspective from the northern suburbs, showcasing soft pink and pastel orange clouds and just pure magic. And then finally, our sunrise view of this hour comes from Magda Neetling, all the way from Potchefstroom. Whoa! Bright, beautiful, bold. An absolute showstopper of a scene. We've got burning orange skies lighting up the morning behind a striking, silhouetted bare tree. Wow, wow, wow. Absolutely love this, Mzansi. Do you think, though, that you could do better? Well, from your lens to our screens, why don't you share your sunrise with us? The number's 063-036-9649. I know you get an opportunity to do it this weekend, so bring it through for Monday. But for right now, I think we've deserved ourselves a performance. And, of course, a man is coming through to do just that. We've got Rian Bernardi performing something absolutely special. And I hope you can see what's ahead. You'll see what I mean in just a sec. Enjoy.
Zanzi, it's so good to be with you. And namhlanje, ons is baie gelukkig because we've got a king in the building. Make some noise for Rian Benadi with Vitamin C. Let's go!
Dit was 'n lang jaar bokkie, jy gaan nie vir jou jokkie, pak so lank hy pers kombers. Gooi hom in die trokkies, ek hier hy gaan ek die stoppie, moeg om my tande geknars. Ek gaan sit en kyk, door die wêreld vergeet van my, ons gemaak so sal dan naby. Kom ons waai, kom ons waai, kom ons waai. Ek soek 'n koeler in die sand, 'n bier in my hand, die son in my soen, terwyl die wind iets in my hart doen. Ek wil vergeet van elke liewe leed, voordat ek opgee, gee my vitamine C. Voordat ek opgee, gee my vitamine C. Skryf maar 'n briefie, laat weet aan my liefie, ons blom op 'n perskombers. Daar sien sand en my boude is geplant en die vuur is die strand se kers. Ek gaan sit en kyk, tot die wêreld vergeet van my, ons gemaak so sal dan naby. Kom ons waai, kom ons waai, kom ons waai. Ek soek 'n koeler in die sand, 'n bier in my hand, die son in my soen, terwyl die wind iets in my hart doen. Ek wil vergeet van elke liewe leed, voordat ek opgee, gee my vitamine C. Voordat ek opgee, gee my vitamine C. Gaat gepland, nou weer waar die koelerbox laat. Kijk hoe loop my worries verby, Kobai worries. Ek het 'n koeler in die sand, 'n bier in my hand, die son in my soen, terwyl die wind iets in my hart doen. Ek wil vergeet van elke liewe leed, hoe kan ek opgee met 'n koeler in die sand, 'n bier in my hand, die son in my soen, terwyl die wind iets in my hart doen. Ek wil vergeet van elke liewe leed, voordat ek opgee, gee my vitamine C. Voordat ek opgee, gee my vitamine C. Soek jy dalk ook 'n bietjie vitamine C?
Oh, yes, you beautiful souls. Welcome back. I'm Zanzi. We are right here opening up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show and giving you every reason to celebrate this weekend and look ahead to Father's Day, because obviously fatherhood isn't one size fits all. Let's be honest. And we really need to step up for those that took care of us. So some fathers inspire us with optimism. Others captivate us with quiet confidence, while some leave a lasting impression through their strength and presence. Now, this Father's Day, Chanel celebrates the many facets of modern masculinity through 4 distinctive interpretations of Bleu de Chanel. And joining us this morning is Chanel trainer Neven Venkama, the absolute perfect person to take us through the world of the blue man and help us discover the perfect fragrance for every father figure in our lives. Neven, I can't be more grateful to have you here. You look the part.
Thank you.
You
Glad to be back
smell
again.
incredible as well. But how are you doing, man?
I'm wonderful. And yourself? How are you doing?
Absolutely brilliant. Now listen, this is an incredible opportunity. Obviously, Chanel just recently announced Jacob Elordi, right, as the face of Bleu de Chanel.
Absolutely.
This is huge. This is obviously an incredible opportunity. But what qualities of this man stands out and resonates with the fragrance?
So Jacob Elordi basically brings the sense of freedom and mystery and also magnetism, right? So
freedom, mystery, and magnetism.
This is exactly what describes Bleu de Chanel in one sentence, right? But most importantly, it also echoes the value of the house, which is always about that timeless elegance, yet modernity at the same time, knowing that he is the it actor right now for his generation. So perfect face for us.
Timing couldn't be any more perfect. And look, the new 100%. Bleu de Chanel campaign film was directed by acclaimed filmmaker Alfonso Cuarón and has been described as Chanel's first ever fragrance action film. When you want to find out more, don't worry, we got you covered. Have a look.
Bleu de Chanel, l'exclusif.
Oh, I feel like I need to stand up a little bit more prim and proper. There's emotion in this, and I really feel this campaign is echoing something. How do you think it embodies and takes on that emotion and further highlights the expression of Bleu de Chanel?
So basically, this is probably the first collaboration with the movie industry that we have in the House of Chanel for a fragrance specifically.
And I'm thinking to myself, why has it taken so long?
Absolutely.
It's the perfect fit, yeah?
Right, but time comes for those that wait, right? Like you said, everything comes at the right time. But most importantly, it's this blend of suspense and choreography altogether that brings Bleu de Chanel to life in the movie set.
Oh, man, you're speaking absolutely incredible words. And I think seeing as we are ushering in this celebration of fathers, Father's Day is, of course, around the corner. And I think the Bleu de Chanel offers several sort of variations and you call it expressions. I'd love to dive into this and discover more about it. What do you have for us?
So in a house of fashion, basically, fragrance is seen as your invisible accessory, right? So everything is meant to project correctly and just project your statement to the world. But for us, it's all about how you style them. So every expression is defined by its key elements. So everything here revolves around 2 important key ingredients. So you have the cedarwood and the sandalwood.
Right.
However, the sandalwood here, I would like you to have a little try, is actually described as the liquid gold of perfumery. So what it means here is sustainable farming, but waiting up to 20 years for the tree to grow before harvesting. Oh, wow. So this is how it represents the preciousness of sandalwood.
And I was expecting more of that, like sort of a woodiness that you get in the maturity of the sense of wood, but no, this is a subtle, smooth sort of a feeling. Oh man, that is classy. Absolutely love it.
Speaking also about styling, I just want to demonstrate to you 2 quick styling methods in Chanel as well.
Yes, please.
And also we speak about EDT and of course l'exclusif itself, our latest edition in the House of Chanel. Okay. So when it comes to EDT, it is always about your fabric, right? So you want the fabric to project equally as the skin. So quick demo on you, I like to do. So toilette means basically shower in French. So abundance, right? You really want to be quite abundant on how you apply it on as well.
And you're allowing that to really like resonate with the look that you're wearing as well.
Totally.
But at the same time settle within it. And bro, you almost made me feel like I've walked out of like a misty, fresh ocean.
That's the whole point.
Is that the nuance here?
You got it.
Oh,
absolutely.
man, I'm feeling clean. I'm feeling fresh, all right? So this would be like a layered expression that you're now creating.
That is correct. Okay. So layering as well, but the reason why you have to style it correctly as well is to also experience the product in its full capacity, right?
Okay.
So intensity never means it lasts longer or projects more. It actually where you place what. that defines how it's going to project.
Love the sound
so
of that.
speaking about exclusive as well, so this is described as wearing a piece of jewelry against your skin.
So this we can actually make contact with.
There you have it.
Yes,
so
please.
think almost as a diamond caressing your skin. So this is pretty much the inspiration of this one. So to speak a little bit more about exclusive here, it is the addition of a leather note that bring that sort of aromatic effect to the fragrance.
And what is it that I mean, you're pretty much mentioning about this is something that really sets it apart from other expressions and fragrances. I mean, this is beautiful. This is not just like a smell, but a feeling at the same time. It's almost giving me a sort of emotion.
And an aura, right?
Yeah, that is exactly that. An aura and something that really is something that stands out. In terms of gifting, in terms of something that you'd recommend as an expression for fathers out there and for father figures, what would you sort of highlight as that sort of perfect gifting opportunity? The way I feel right now, I feel like this is it.
There you have it. You have your answer right now.
Yeah.
But most importantly, I think in the spirit of prestige gifting, what not actually going for the new format, the 160 ml this season, recently launched in stores. So Father's Day represent abundance. Why not going to the new format?
And allow your fathers and father figures to abundantly enter the real man that they are with this bold, confident fragrance. It's a form of effortless sophistication. I think Chanel fragrances have really stepped up. Thank you so much, my friend. You looked the part. You've now given me every reason to feel the part as well. And I think all fathers out there have officially been inspired. Chanel fragrances really, truly offer a scent for every kind of dad this Father's Day. And you can discover these fragrances and more at Woolworths. It's available in selected stores, online, and of course on the Woolworths app. And let me tell you, I feel and smell like $1 million right now. Wow. I need to use this for the weekend, and I can't thank you enough, man.
Anytime. Thanks
All right,
for your
we've
time.
been inspired officially, Mzansi. You've got to get involved in this one.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back. Now, maybe you can relate. If you've ever opened your pantry and wished it looked a little more organized or a lot more organized, you are definitely not alone in this company. The good news is that creating a beautiful, functional space doesn't have to cost a fortune. Step in Mambo's Storage and Home. It is packed with the most clever storage containers and home essentials designed to help you get your home in order. I love it.
Absolutely. Now it gets even more exciting because if you're in Gauteng, you'll find Mambo stores conveniently located in Kyalami, Midrand, Newmarket in Alberton, Castle Gate in Pretoria, and Irene in Centurion.
Everywhere.
Plus, don't forget to ask in store about the Mambo's VIP loyalty card, which unlocks exclusive member benefits and savings.
Even more savings, I'm going to say, because you're always kind of saving there. And if there's one thing that we have learned from this guy's trip to Mambo's, it's that the right storage solutions can completely transform the way a space looks, but most importantly, how it functions. I think you came back with everything needed to tackle a real makeover challenge, and what a challenge.
Thank you, man. I put a lot of effort into that one. But now, look, the question really, truly is, can a few smart storage upgrades really turn the Expresso pantry chaos into pantry goals?
Good luck.
Let's find out.
We've officially wrapped our live show, and now it's time to let you in on a little secret that we've got here at Expresso. Come with me. Now, this is not giving organized chef energy. I'm currently in our food storage room, and if you look around, tisk, 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 I'm seeing some jars without labels, some jars without lids even, and we definitely need some help. Luckily, I know exactly who to call when it comes to the pros of organization. Not only that, Mambo's are gonna help us completely transform the space to make sure that one of the biggest retailers when it comes to organization has got our backs. So let's begin.
Carissa, what are you doing in here?
Head of Food, Jay Miller. I've got some questions for you, Chef Jay. The organization in the space needs more than a bit of help. How did it get this bad?
Okay, so, we bring, food content every day, but, the challenge is in between segments, we're rushing around, trying to bring things back, trying to take things out. Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. There's never enough time, and I think that's the biggest problem.
Jay, don't even worry about it. I've got us covered. I've got the perfect person, Danny Cohen, professional organizer and a friend of Expresso Show that's going to help us out.
I'm about to show Danny the storeroom, and I won't lie, I'm a little nervous. It's kind of been a close the door and forget about it situation.
Oh my goodness.
This is heaven.
Where does one even begin?
We obviously have to start with categorization. So we start with categorization because right now everything's a little bit all over the place, which is fine. It happens. So when it's this overwhelming, it's to rather do one shelf at a time. As you take each item off the shelf, you always check the expiry date.
Okay, baby steps. How do you eat an elephant? Graham always says one bite at a time.
Step 1, clear it out. And yes, I mean everything. Danny's showing me how to sort, keep, toss, or why do I even have this?
Oh, Danny, what a difference this already looks like. Okay, so I brought some more containers from Mambo's, and I will say that there are so many different options. I wonder which container goes with what kind of ingredients.
Yes, 100%. So that's what's so fun is that a lot of these containers are so versatile as well. So you can really have fun with it. You can do whatever makes more sense for your household. But these are great. Obviously, we love decanting emptying our egg boxes. Yeah. These are stunning and they can go in the fridge as well. So I love these containers with all the little dividers in. They are so fun, especially for like over here with all that little baking flavorings and the little colors.
Mambo's has a storage solution for literally everything. Airtight containers to keep things fresh, stackable options to save space, and clear bins so I can actually see what I have. Game changer.
I love Mambo's. Me and organization, we go like this, at least in my mind. And I feel like Danny's made this really simple to approach the variety that Mambo's has to offer. I mean, that interlocking system really got me going. I'm used to the usual like glass jars that we see, but there's so much more to offer that I know that when I walk down the aisles next time, I'm gonna be in Wonderland. Well, it looks like you've got everything under control here. I'm going to leave it to the professionals. Do me one favor. Call me when you're done.
Oh, 100%.
I'll see you then.
See you. What? Jay, this is amazing. Oh my God.
We were so inspired by your energy around organization. So I think it's only fitting that we prepare a good enough space for the awesome storage.
I am so excited. I'm in my element. This is heaven.
Now, Danny, I've noticed something very special. You've put the best before dates underneath the jar, which I think is fantastic.
Exactly.
So I love that idea. And are we going to do that for everything?
Every single product or item that we decant, you can cut out from the item itself and just sticky tape it at the bottom, so at least we can all keep track of what's nearly on the expiry list or what's fresh.
From clever stacking to bulk storage, Mambo's makes it so easy to use every bit of space.
Danny, is this even the same space?
How gorgeous.
I mean, the upgraded storeroom, 180 completely. The chaos that it was before completely turned around into a space of clarity and tranquility. I'll be so happy if ever they put me in the kitchen and send me to the storeroom. Immediately I'm thinking what a difference it makes in terms of mental space, but also physical space
100%.
to have everything in its place.
Exactly, and categorized and labeled, and you can actually see what you've got.
The Lazy Susans.
We love the Lazy Susans. It's my favorite.
Okay, tough question, Dan. What's your favorite part?
My favorite part would have to be the categorization. It brings me such joy to see everything in its place. Labels are always a help. It just helps your entire household stay consistent, and obviously it helps maintaining your pantry and maintaining the system, which is the most important part.
Danny, I'm thoroughly impressed. I've got no notes whatsoever.
So happy.
My goodness. Okay, if your space is a little bit chaotic like ours was, take this as your sign to get organized with Mambo's, because when everything has its place, life just makes sense.
At Mambo's Storage and Home, you'll find all the tools, utensils, and tricks you need to make your home your happy zone. For your nearest store, visit www.mambos.co.za.
It's so cool to see the team, Dash and Danny and everybody out there just doing the absolute most. And I mean, let's be honest, how great are those finds? It is easy to see why Mambo's Storage and Home has become a go-to destination for practical, affordable storage solutions that help bring order to every corner of your home. And now you can find them in Kyalami, that's in Midrand, Newmarket in Alberton, Castle Gate in Pretoria, and Irene in Centurion. And don't forget to ask about their VIP loyalty cards to enjoy even more value every time you shop.
So now that we've got all the storage space, we want to fill it with some really cool stuff. Father's Day is just around the corner, and I think a lot of people may be struggling to put their dad in a lane, or maybe struggling to find exactly maybe that thoughtful, practical, because dads like to get practical and hands-on. How do we do it? Well, we're going to divide into 3 lanes here, so we can get creative, and you can personalize a nice little hamper inspired by your dad's favorite things, whether he's the king of the braai, a dedicated snacker, or sometimes loves a little cozy night in. He's the chill dad. Plenty of ways to spoil him this Father's Day, and I like this for myself because I'm a father now.
Which dad are you out of those 3 occasions? Are you the
what day
dad?
of the week are you asking, buddy? No, look, I think they know food is a love language of mine, and I think they're going to lean into that this year. But we've got some great selections here. I mean, you and I often talk about our rather complex relationships with our dads over the years.
Yes.
There and not there.
Yes.
What is the life lesson you've learned from your pops through this crazy journey, dude?
I'd like to stick to what's positive, because that's really something that echoes for me. I think as I'm getting more
take what you
mature,
need, right?
Yeah, and my dad for me was someone that taught me consistency. And I think consistency in terms of showing up and always showing up in ways that I didn't really realize and possibly took it for granted. He wasn't maybe there necessarily emotionally. It wasn't always the conversations.
Like a lot of men of that generation.
Yeah, but it was the fact that he was showing up and providing something for the family. Even though he was going through the most, that's something I absolutely admired, and something that I'm realizing as I'm getting older, I need to show appreciation for. You know what I mean?
Give it value.
Absolutely, yeah. What does
so
it mean
basically,
for you being
you've
a
turned
dad?
into a big emotional mess like me, dude, and that's perfectly fine.
I think you're rubbing off on me, G.
I love it, man. No, I think being a father for me, you have these little full circle moments, and I realize it's great to be a part of your kids' core memories while they're doing big, exciting things. That's great, but that's for them. For me, I can see I'm starting to be present in the moments in between, in their character, in the way that they treat me, the way they think about our relationship. I've got these two other little conscious beings here creating their own life path, and I know it's not on my shoulders to make them successful or not. That's their journey, but the rewards you get from that circle coming back to you, when you see your son standing up for what he believes in, to a family member, you're like, come on, this kid gets
Pride is an understatement.
But I got to say, both my kids are going for a karate grading tomorrow. My son might get his purple belt tomorrow, and he is so
let's
good.
go, Jackie boy.
So I'm just feeling so good. So that being said, we love the relationship, we love the connections, so we want to honor our dads in these moments. So we're going to take a look at some gifts in various lanes, and I'll see if I can inspire this kid here for the future. So we're going to work through three kind of hampers here, each themed to a specific dad. And this does make it a lot easier, albeit we're not saying that your dad is any one of these. He can be a bit of both, but let's start with the Braai dad. Okay, now we know young Braai well represented here. Perfect gift for Braai lover dads on Father's Day. And this puts together a few heavy hitters here. Let's take a look into our little Braai hamper here. So we've got our steak board, which is absolutely amazing. Perfect gift for the Braai dad lovers that want to kind of get hands on in the space. Then we've got the Young Braai suede gloves, essential for every Braai toolkit because your hands are covered in scars otherwise. Then these guys are the game changer. A two-piece Young Braai tong set, perfect shape, perfect size, perfect weight. The tongs can handle wood as well as meat, and that's why I have two.
I love it, and I know for a fact there's so many dads out there that regardless of what weather's going down, rain or sunshine, they are gonna be at
100%.
the Braai. So you know exactly who this is perfect for.
No, completely. And mix and match, put them all together, absolutely beautiful. Let's move on to the snack dad. Okay, maybe he's moved inside to catch the game now. And this is beautifully nutritious as well, but it's a little bit cheeky and fun. So we've got the dried mango strips, naturally sweet, delicious, chewy. These dried mango strips are packed with tropical flavor, a wholesome snack, absolutely beautiful to go for game day as well. We've got the soft eating orchard fruit mix, colorful blend of soft, juicy, dried fruits bursting with natural sweetness as well. Dads like to be sort of healthy. Perfect for those dads who enjoy a little snack like this. Roasted.
Don't forget the truffles as well, bro.
Buddy, but that's dessert. I suppose we've got a three-course meal. We've got the roasted and salted luxury tree nuts, and these are Lux Premium. Selected, carefully roasted, lightly salted nuts, absolutely beautiful. And then as our friend pointed out here, we've got our beautiful salted caramel truffles, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so snack time is sorted.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the cozy up chill dad.
I think this is the kind of dad I want to be.
Yeah, exactly, by the end of the day, or certainly by the weekend. So for the comfort dad, we've got the mug, because you need a mug. If you're a self-respecting dad on Father's Day, you've got to have a mug. We've got the Hero stainless steel tumbler, and you can stay refreshed and feel funky along the way. We've got the instant hot chocolate drink, and that's always cute when you can buy a mug and a hot chocolate or a coffee or something together. Then the OGs, funnily enough, not the most popular rusk in South Africa, I found out, but buttermilk second. Crunchy, golden baked texture, perfect for dunking into your morning coffee or afternoon tea, comforting classic. It's actually bran.
Oh,
how
who
healthy
would
are
have
South
thought,
Africans?
man?
Come on.
I think they're all winners, though. At least you get the choices when you go there.
Exactly. Just grab one of those Star Wars top there and have a little look at that.
Yeah.
So we've got the all butter shortbread as well, because we want to go a little bit zhuzh.
Can I open it up?
Absolutely beautiful, dipped in. Wow.
Oh, and it's nice long sleeve for the cold weather as well.
And with Mandalorian fever striking, Star Wars fever is back. This is really cute. And chances are your dad was around when Star Wars was actually released.
Absolutely.
And then you can see the comfort where we've got some great lanes for you to step in. You can have a foot in each. You can fully lean into one. Take some time to think about what your dad really enjoys. Where's his happy place? In the kitchen, on the couch, around the braai, out there running, whatever it is. The clues are there. Just spend a bit of time and have a little bit of fun with us so that he can have fun as well. And of course, we want to add to that, we've got a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card to give away. If you want to enter, then find the Woolies competition post on the Expresso Facebook, X or Instagram pages and tell us this. What delicious foodie treat from Woolies are you spoiling your dad with this Father's Day? Don't forget to include that qualifying hashtag Woolies Father's Day. The competition closes at midnight this Sunday. That's the 7th of June. Not a lot of time, but you can find T's and C's on expressoshow.com. Good luck.
Wow, you don't need luck when you have all these good options. And we've got more options coming your way, Mzansi. Paradigm Shift Dance Academy are going to be performing in just a bit, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back at your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And let's talk about it, right? Because they say mindsets can change your future. And our next guests, I think, are proving exactly that. We're talking about Ricardo Erasmus, the founder of the Ricardo Erasmus Foundation and Paradigm Shift Academy, together with program director Nathan Ludwig. And they are empowering young people to unlock their potential, chase their goals with confidence. So I think before we even do anything, let's give them a feel good welcome. Yeah. Thank you, gents, for the incredible work you're doing, for being here and for talking about this. Right into it, the foundation's message, I think it is so bold. Defined by my mindset, see more, be more, achieve more. What does this mean in terms of a practical sense, in terms of the impact you're hoping to create in the community? Talk to me, Ricardo.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for having us. See more, be more, and achieve more basically means that what we want to do with young people is we want to expose them to more.
Ooh.
Because in order to see more, you have to be exposed to more. And so that's the concept. And when you see more, then you can be more and still becoming more, and then you can achieve more. So the whole message is that your environment does not define who you are.
You know, it should never.
It should never. It's the mindset.
Yes.
So when we get them to shift mindsets, see different things, expose to different things, and then that's the change that we want to see.
I love that. When you're talking about stuff, we call this magic. We allow that to happen, man. Now, Nathan, obviously you're the program director. What is the core of the message and the impact, the mission in terms of the foundation and the academy at the same time?
Morning, thank you for having us. The core message is to take a child from a negative space to a positive space, even if they are from the Cape Flats.
Come on.
And there's a lot of negative spaces out there.
Exactly. So I work with a lot of young people, and my aim is always to get them to a space in their mind where they can see beyond the guns, where they can see beyond the drugs, where they can see beyond people that have no aspiration to become anything in life, and they become their own role models within their communities.
Yes.
Because it's from A to B and then to C. So that is what I'm aiming at, and the program is outcomes based. So it can be anything linked to dance, sport, education. It's just unlocking that thing in your head, in your mind, and making you believe that you can, because we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that is what we're aiming towards because I work with kids from Hanover Park, I work with kids from Q-Town, Bokmakiri.
Sure.
So I also coach on the side. I also coach breaking. So breaking has been a platform for me also to test this methodology that we are busy with. And I can say that I've taken one boy from the Q-Town to represent his province in Joburg, where he didn't even see that he would be there, but he ended up representing his province, and he managed to come third.
Wow, incredible stuff. And you literally are the catalyst for this potential and unlocking it within these kids. Thank you for this work you're doing. And I think if anybody is interested, reach out to the foundation right now, because there's amazing work being done and a lot that maybe our youth can also benefit on. Right now, you've brought one of many groups that you have, Alpha Culture.
Yeah.
What is it that stands out for them? What makes them significant? And what are they going to be doing today?
So they're going to be doing some breaking. These are the guys that I've been teaching from a very young age. We have Kenton. He was 8 years old when he started with me when I worked at Athlone Community Center. We have Ewan. Kenton is from Q-Town. We have Ewan from Bokmakiri. He was 11 when he started with me. And then we have my own son. He's living with me. He was 5 years old when he started.
Whoa.
And then we have Rafik, which was also around 9 years old when he started with me. So these boys I've taken from A to B.
Foundational, yeah.
Yeah,
I love that.
so
and they're
they are-
representing some incredible places and communities as well.
So the two boys in the crew, Aiden and Kenton, also has an opportunity to go to China to compete and represent South Africa.
Oh, wow.
So if there's anybody out there that would like to throw in some sponsorships and whatever to make their dreams a reality, we're more than welcome.
Hey, we'll definitely remind them, Zanzi, to do just that, because they are going to be performing for us in just a bit, and you'll have every reason to maybe reach out to the crew and the foundation and show your support. Let's get this future talent and this phenomenal talent out and about, not just locally, but out into the rest of the world, so that we can represent our true talent. We're going to let them warm up. Gents, I can't thank you enough for bringing this talent through. I know you had to choose between quite a bit of it, but the work you're doing, I can't thank you enough
Thank
for.
you so much.
Right now, though, we're going to warm up with another performance and head back to Jersey, because Rian is standing by.
Coming to you live from our Samsung DQX studio, his name is Rian Benadi, and he's here to perform Spontan. Make some noise.
Vanaand kan ek nie slaap nie, want daar's te veel wat my wakker hou. Nie gedink ek sal leer nie, gedink ons sou 'n toekoms bou, en ek weet nie of jy probeer nie, maar alles brand om my en jou, en jou laaie onder ons waier bly leeg. Ek wil jou hou, jou, maar ek kan verstaan, ek kon alles spontaan aan die brand slaan om ons te hou. Want ek staan 'n kans in die vuur tussen my en jou. Ons wil nie weer hier deur nie, want daar's te veel, ja te veel wat ons wakker hou. Want alles was nie as nie, so hoes ons hier waar ons niks vashou, en ek weet nie of jy probeer nie, maar alles brand om my en jou, en jou laaie onder ons waier bly leeg. Ek wil jou hou, maar ek kan verstaan, ek kon alles spontaan aan die brand slaan om ons te hou. Want ek staan 'n kans in die vuur tussen my en jou, jou. Ja, ek kan verstaan, ek kon alles spontaan aan die brand slaan om ons te hou. En ek staan 'n kans in die vuur tussen my en jou, en ek weet nie of jy probeer nie, maar alles brand om my en jou, en jou laaie onder ons waier bly leeg. Ek wil jou hou, jou, en ek kan verstaan, ek kon alles spontaan aan die brand staan om ons te hou. Want ek staan 'n kans in die vuur tussen my en jou, jou. Ja, ek kan verstaan, ek kon alles spontaan aan die brand staan om ons te hou. Want ek staan 'n kans in die vuur
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. Your timing is perfect. We're about to experience firsthand a very special performance by Alpha Culture, a very talented group of young people whose passion, whose creativity and dedication reflect the positive impact of mentorship, of community support and movement. So this is officially their stage. Take it away. Come on. Oh, you legends, give them a round of applause. We love you so much. We'll see you bright and early on Monday. Take a bow, you beauties. Love ya. Mwah. Well done.
Another feel-good production.